Hello, hi, good morning. Hello, hi, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Howdy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. That was a really good play, Rob. Well done. I like that. Uh, I see. Okay, perfect. Mm, that was a very good scalp. I like it. Yeah, exactly. Um, okay, sounds good. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Wednesday. Today's a bit of a you can tell it's a bit suspicious. You can tell today's a bit but there've been some really good scalps though, right? NVVE has been good. CHR has been good too. This one's actually been really good, right? Nice pump. So some really good runners in the morning. The question is, will this continue once the market opens? We're mostly dealing with penny stocks now, though, right? Everything we're looking at is a penny stock, right? CHR is a penny stock, obviously. NVR penny stock, RUBI penny stock, right? Nice bounce here on the for yeah, nice bounce here for RUBI from 15 cents. That was a nice pop. So 15 to 30, nice double. What I sing to my your 2-year-old son every morning. Chris, that's funny. I like it. You're rolling with PRFX. Yeah, let me pull that up as well. Pull that up as well. PRFX. See what this one does. Right, that's not a bad bottom there, Jay. Right? Don't like how it's below the 200 EMA, but again, we haven't really opened yet, so we'll see if it can get back above, um, and then go from there. Alrighty. Yeah, there are quite a few names that we're just gonna have to play around with after the open. Yeah. Hmm. Good morning, Ruth. Might be an interesting watch again. Sounds good. Jay, good morning. Chris, good morning, and Matt, good morning. What's the top one and two? Top three for now, right? So top three: CHR, RUBI, and then NVVE. Alrighty. SMX had a nice pump this morning. If you played with the $2 breakout, that was a nice run. Like SMX actually had a really good run, right? We were what this was on the watch list last night, right? And what we were looking for into this morning, right, was a break above this resistance, right? So this was the double top from last night, right, when we did the watch list, and then it broke above it this morning. Actually, no, that's the wrong level. We were looking for a break above $2.20. Yeah, that was the level because we again all of this is after hours, so we were looking at the break of this previous high. So this morning we only broke above it right there, right? So $2.20, and then that was a really nice run, really nice run all the way to the supply zone, right? So if you were watching this from the watch list, right, SMX, and you played with that breakout right there, 220, that was a nice pump, right? So all the way to almost $2.90, and then a double top, right? You can see the double top, so you kind of want to get rid of it, right? So there was a nice pump, there was a nice dip, there was another pump, and then bridge. So we'll keep an eye on this, see if it does anything else. Your support for now is $1.95 on SMX. Cool. BQ is kind of the same thing, right? Like it was on the watch list last night, and it also broke out this morning. It didn't really break out right away because we had that double top, right? So we talked about not touching this thing if it didn't break above $4, right? So $4 double top from last night to this morning, and then that 350 support. So it came all the way down to 350 ish and played around with, and then pumped again, right? To $4.10. So and now we're just kind of bleeding off into the market open. So for now, your next support going into the open for BQ is closer to 338 ish, 335. So if that's something you're watching, there you go. See, man, well done, right? So from 345 to 390, not a bad scalp, right? So those two plays from the watch list last night did okay, right? As long as you're not greedy, right? They both did okay. No greed, right? So we'll keep an eye on those two as the day goes on, right? But obviously, again, whenever we have a watch list, as the new day rotates, we always have a list of new names to pay attention to, right? So the watch list is more of like an early initial pre-market, like, okay, I don't know what's going on, but these are the names I want to look at until something else shows up, right? Candice, good morning, Candice. Started watching the streams last week and just decided to join last night. Excited to get started with you guys. Let's go, Candice. Welcome to the community. Let us know if you have any questions. Okay. Are you connected? Are you good to go in Discord? You can see all the channels in Discord. Let me know. So again, those are the plays from last night and then into this morning. In terms of like favorite plays right now, like we said, top three, CHR, right? RUBI, and then NVVE. None of these plays like seem super amazing, right? Like they're not like, oh my goodness, these are the favorite plays ever, right? So um, we don't have like a standout like that. So we're just gonna have to kind of look at these for scalps. Alrighty, we're not in that market where everything is flying because people are more so worried about the long-term positions right now, right? There's a lot of chaos happening in Bitcoin. Hey, look at my Bitcoin hat, guys. I got a Bitcoin hat. A Bitcoin hat. Okay, cool. Anyways, so everybody's concerned about the Bitcoin dropping and the S&P dropping a little bit. Sometimes I don't understand the panic. Like the markets are still up 14% year to date, right? And yet there's so much panic. It's like, hey, SPY just went from almost 690 to 675. Everything is ending. Let's go. Unbelievable. No, Candace, what I'm asking is like, can you see all the channels in Discord? Are you in Stock General? Let me know. Luna, good morning. Dan, good morning, Dan. Here, I'm not from the future. I'm from the village. Okay. Anyways, Trey, let's go, Trey. Welcome to the community. Okay, good, Candace. Good, good, good. Yeah, so take a look around. Let us know if you have any questions. And then obviously you've been to Stock General, right? So, Trey, it's too early to roast you. Way too early to be roasting you. So we're gonna be super nice and say, Trey, go upgrade to a level that says legend already. So the sold out level it says sold out, do not buy, right? So go upgrade to a level that doesn't say that. Cool. So you're the first. Will be nice. Good morning, everybody. CM, good morning. Shah, good morning. Regan, good morning. Good morning, Savoie. Bonjour. The Orange Whiz, I know, right? Scuba, good morning. Again, if I've missed you, good morning. I've missed a whole bunch of you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Alrighty. So the market opens in less than 5 minutes. Mindful, good morning. Coleman, good morning. Diego, good morning. Didi, good morning. I take back my welcome. I know, Dan. Yep. Yeah, so please don't sign up for the level that says do not buy. Yeah. Legend Pro, I like it, Candace. I like it. I like it. See, that's the energy we need. Next thing we know, Candace is gonna say, you know what? I'm a GOAT VIP because that's my energy. Yeah? Yeah. Lisa, good morning. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. Yeah, don't forget to smash a like, and then you're kind of done with it. Alrighty. Question for you guys going into the open. What's your favorite stock going into the open? JD, good morning. What's your favorite stock going into the open? Pronik, good morning. Hello. Good morning, back off. Let me know. Ruby, sounds good. CHR, sounds good. No favorites yet. Yep. I'm okay with that too, right? Yeah. Trey, yeah. Upgrade, please. So I don't know. That's okay to not know, right? That's so okay to not know. That's a very good answer, actually, right? Not knowing what your favorite stock is going into the open is not a bad thing at all, right? So, and honestly, sometimes you're not gonna know, right? Most times you shouldn't know. Alrighty, so good. Alrighty, and it's okay to not. No, 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 no. Perfect. Pappy LNAI sounds good. Z Air, yeah. La 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 la. Time to step back for a little. Just going to watch. That's okay. Yeah. Okay, perfect. For the most part, though, we're all on the same page, right? So with the names we like. So again, like I said, favorite three going into the open. Um, we said this morning, like, oh dang, we don't really like any of these stocks. They all seem a bit suspicious. They all seem a bit suspicious, right? So we just kind of have to pick the best of the best of the worst, right? So for now, top three going into the open, right? CHR, right? So this one's done really well with the levels. In terms of like it's your main two levels for now going into the open for CHR, support is closer to 24 cents. Resistance is closer to 31. Alrighty. Cool. So 24 cents your first level, and then 20 cents is your second level on this one for support, and then resistance at 30.31. NVVE, you're kind of sitting at that support for now. Cool. You can kind of see that double bottom, right? So right around 30 cents, right? So the resistance for the other one is support for this one. So let's see if we stay above that double bottom and then break the downtrend. Cool. So that's going to be the main level. Ruby's done a really good job, trending up, which is nice. I'm going to extend that a little bit higher, right? So it's tested this little downtrend a few times and held. So let's see what happens at the open for Ruby. Cool. And then we'll go from there. So your resistance for now will be closer to 32. That's supply zone, right? So that's going to be a bit of a double top, and then obviously the 50 EMA, the yellow orange line you see. Cool. If we really want to dip, maybe watch 20 cents there for potential support. Alrighty. Like we said earlier, SMX and BQ, these are other names, that were on the watch list last night. They both did really well, right? So if you scalp from the levels we posted last night, right? So again, the two levels we posted were 350 and a break above the $4, right? So that 350 was nice because then we pushed all the way back up. So that was okay. For now, for BQ, it would be nice. Your support is closer to a dot, so between 340 and 330 ish, 335. So that little 5 cent range, that's going to be a support for BQ. So if it can stay above that level and start curling, that would be good. Alrighty. For SMX, your support is $1.95. So those two, we can kind of keep them on the on the back burner for now, and see if they both consolidate and start to curl. And we are open for business. Alrighty, and let's see what happens. I want to say like the best looking name for now is CHR. Like it just looks the best. It just has it just the chart just looks okay more than the other ones. But we shall see based on performance, right? So Ruby's doing a good job of holding that trend line. So hopefully it continues to hold and then break the upside. Alrighty, so that looks good. Cool. And Trey, I think you finally did it. There you go. Now we can say welcome, Trey. Welcome. Alrighty. Welcome, welcome, welcome. There goes 29 cents. 29.50 for Ruby. 29.50 for the Ruby. Miss Ruby. There goes 30 cents for Miss Ruby, guys. BQ just had a pretty nice pop. Oh, that's a nice pop. You should be green on this though, Peter, right? It's a nice pop. So that support is holding for BQ. The support is holding. Peter says, screw Ruby. Screw Ruby. So again, Ruby has a bit of a that supply zone you see there. That's going to be a problem. So just be mindful. BQ is cooking there, isn't it? Yeah, look at that. So again, that 340 to 335 is acting as a nice demand zone. Just be mindful here, though. If that thing isn't halted or lack of volume there, is it halted or not? Kind of no, it's not halted. It's just super slow, right? The volume is low. This view app though, just be careful there, Peter. Especially at the open like that, just be careful. There's a bit of a double top there. Alrighty, so hopefully it breaks above that level. But just be aware of that. There's some resistance there. CHR, nothing, right? So nothing to see there yet. We're retesting the bottom though, or retesting the first support. So watch that 24 cents for CHR, right? See if we can stay above it. Cool. Ruby still playing with that uptrend. BQ still looks good, playing with that supply zone and the view app. So hopefully it breaks above. Alrighty. Cool, 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 cool. NVVE, what are we doing here? That thing popped and then slapped, right? So this one's kind of the third wheel here of the names we're looking at. Yeah, that resistance is your problem there, Peter. Yeah. Which one was Ruby? Trey, this is your invite link at the bottom of the chat already. So click the link from the yellow hot rates account and follow the steps in the getting started channel, please. Alrighty. So Ruby's still holding that uptrend. BQ needs to break above the VWAP, and it looks like we're holding right. CHNR, like I said, this one kind of stands out a bit just because the chart looks nicer. It just dipped to that 24 and held that 24, right? So it dipped and then held that level, but it's still really early, really, really early. So we shall see. Yeah, trying to, right? So you can see that support at the bottom. Again, the only concern is we've been open for 3 minutes, right? So you can't really trust any of this yet. But coming into the open, this was the support at 24 cents. So we just went from 24 to 27. Not that big of a deal, but it's holding. Ruby is still just kind of chilling in that supply zone there. So something needs to happen there. BQ is still testing that VWAP. So Peter is praying, right? What's support for Ruby for now? I don't know if I really trust that level. I'd more so be looking for closer to 25, 24, 25 for support, right? We haven't really tested any of these levels, but I'd be looking for that level. Cool. Cool. This one just isn't doing much. SPY we don't really care about for now. It's testing the 200 EMA. Bitcoin just looks, super suspicious. It's looked that way for some time now, though. So, and CHR is still holding there. And there goes BQ. BQ says, "Don't doubt me. I don't want to lose another computer." Peter, how did you spill coffee on your computer? Unbelievable. Who does that? Who does that? This is why you don't drink coffee. Why, Peter? This is why you don't drink coffee. There goes BQ with a nice pop. Oof. Peter's smiling. There goes 3.9. There goes $4, guys. BQ's flying. Damn. BQ says hello. I'm here now. Damn. BQ says, "You want a barbecue?" There you go. So there's this level's been a pretty solid wall though. So just be mindful, right? So resistance. We're testing it again now. Hopefully it breaks above. But this level's been resistance the entire morning. So the third time we're testing it. Blame it on Vegas. Yep. So again, $4 resistance, $4 to 410 resistance. Alrighty. So just be mindful of that for BQ. So if you took a gamble on BQ, right, closer to that support, beautiful, right? There you go. Yeah. Oh Lord, Vita. Vita says resistance, no thank you, no selling. Break it. Lord have mercy. CHNR still in that same range. Nothing happening there. Ruby's still kind of chilling there. Not a whole lot of volume coming through for that. So that thing has work to do. So BQ is the only one that's actually, done something here this morning. I say the only thing, MTC's had a nice pop too. Yeah, exactly. MTC. Most I hate BQ. Again, the funny thing is like everybody hates BQ, right? But BQ's played out in some like level wise, like BQ's played out really well. You know what I mean? So yeah, MTC popped and then halted. Stuff like this is difficult to play with, guys. You know what I mean? You know, like out of nowhere, like look at this. This nothing's happening, right? Out of nowhere, massive green candles and then halt, right? So a bit difficult to play with that stuff. Will halt up soon. It's not gonna halt up soon. Promise. Alrighty. So for now, that thing's fighting for its life. So watch for 20. What is that? 24 cents, right? So yeah. And then for BQ, hopefully we get a bit of a higher low, and then go from there. So we'll see what happens when this one gets unhalted. Alrighty. And then let me pull up LNAI. Luna, this is your stock, by the way. Luna. Yeah, that looks good. I like what this is doing. You can tell the volume is a bit suspicious on this one, but it still looks okay. So we'll see if we get a higher low on that thing now. So this one's still holding that 24 cents. BQ came all the way back down, right, as expected, right? So again, there's a lot of resistance right there. This thing's been testing that level since last night and then this morning, right? So can't seem to break above $4 and stay above it, right? So let's hope we can stay above that bottom now, because that thing seems like it's really volatile. The good thing is like it's going up and down, So if you were scalping this thing, you would have scalped it so many times. Like it's able to drop and go right back to the top, drop and go right back up. So that's good. Ruby forgot Ruby forgot that like the market opened or something. It just forgot, right? It just figured, like anyways. What's up with MTC? It's halted up, right? That thing came out of nowhere and just halted up. So, yep. Again, be careful with all these names today, guys, right? We're in that market where nothing's a diamond hand, everything's a scalp. In and out, in and out, in and out, right? So, I know, Savoy, you did really well. So again, we're in that market where like, we're in that market where like everything is a scalpy, scalpy, scalpy. Ready? 008 pizza. Yeah, no, Luna AI looks good. I'm gonna call this one Luna AI. But anyways, LN AI looks good, right? Looks good. Let's see if we can clear $1.50 here and actually stay above it though. That looks good actually. Yeah, that looks good. La, 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 la. Yep. Yep, exactly. So $1.50 is your resistance for LNAI already. Resistance. Okay. Just looking here. Make sure we're not missing anything. So again, that $1.50 is going to be your resistance. We need to break and close above that. We broke below for CHR. BQ is still sitting at that bottom there. Again, Ruby just got lost. I don't know what it's looking for, but it's lost. Uh, Pablo, let's go. Yeah. McGregor, NVVE. There's nothing happening with NVVE. There's look at this, right? There's really nothing happening here. So, um, don't be jumping into this thing. You got in at 107. The mighty, good jobs. Stay green though already. If you have to sell some of the position at $1.50 each, there's nothing wrong with that. So good job on that entry. Should I forget? I mean, again, it's dropping. If this is something you're interested in, don't touch it until it consolidates. Yeah, right. So we've been saying this for the last few days now. Everything is a scalp, not a hold like for like a Beyond Meat, right? Or like a INTS or like a CDOX, right? None of these plays are the type of play where you're gonna hold it for a few hours or even 10 minutes, right? Most of these are gonna be quick scalpies. Alrighty, nothing is giving us signs of like, hey, we pump and then we get a higher low and then we pump. We're not seeing any of that, right? So if something doesn't look good, you don't go jumping in, right? LNAI is failing at that $1.50, which again really isn't a surprise because the candles never closed above it, right? So resistance. Ruby's finally dropping, right? So there's just nothing happening there, not quite yet. So we kind of mentioned that 2025 ish area, right? So I wouldn't be touching this thing until it actually consolidates. Cool. BQ's still dipping slowly. So we shall see. And just because LNAI is dipping doesn't mean it's done, right? That might actually be a good thing. Just retesting the breakout, and then we'll see what happens. So Ancient says I bought RDHL at 122. Can you let me know your thoughts on this one? You got in at $1.22. So again, let's see if Ruby can stay above that view out there, and then we'll go from there. Let me take a look at RDHL. $1.22 was your entry. So you're green in that position, which is good. Which is good, right? So you can clearly see though that like if you look left, you're gonna have a little bit of resistance between 134 and 135 ancient. Alrighty. If like your entry isn't bad, you're green in that position. I if I was in that same position, I would be putting my stop loss right below $1.30. Or like if you want to give it a bit more room, your entry is right there, which is perfect. Like your entry is all the way down there. I would go like between the uptrend and the 50 EMA. Alrighty, so more of a retest. So right there, right? So I'd be putting that stop loss closer to 125 then. Alrighty, if it drops, it drops, right? You clearly have resistance right there. And it's not the first time it's tested that level, right? That's one, that's two, that's three, and they all failed. So that level at 134, 135 needs to break if it wants to push, right? And you kind of want to stay above, the 200, the 50, the uptrend. Because if it doesn't hold that level, you're probably going back to break even. Cool? Welcomes. So again, this one still looks okay. BQ still dipping, so good job, Peter. Right, so all the way back down there. CHNR slapped. Look at that, right? When these names are dropping, you don't want to be catching knives. Let them drop. Ruby still playing with the view app. Still playing with the view apps. So the most consistent looking name right now, like it's LNAI, right? So, but that thing also needs to break above $1.50. Yeah, from Ah, Dan, unbelievable. You're in a 90 cents run. Well done. Well done. Good job. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, so again, for now, that looks like the most consistent name. It just needs to break above that resistance. Alrighty. So again, yeah, $1.50 is gonna be your resistance, and that supply zone is showing up there. So I'll see you we'll see. We shall see. Okay, let me take a look at BW. BW. So 555 resistance on that one. Uh, whoever posted that. So yeah, $5.55. That's your first resistance. Okay. Yeah, nice little bounce at the open. Nice little bounce at the open. 202 Tiffany. Okay. 202. This is what I mean, right? Like nothing is good enough in this market to hold for too long, right? Everything looks good, and then all of a sudden, boom skis, dead, right? We're just not in that market anymore where you can, at least for this week, right? Next week, once we're rested from Vegas, once we're rested, we're gonna be flying next week. Flying. Flying. But you know what I mean? Good job, Tiffany. I like it. So even again, you can see that resistance right there. So 555 for BW and then slap. Surprise? No. Everything is failing at resistance. LNAI resistance 150 fail. BQ $4 resistance fail. Everything is failing at resistance today. Right? Everything. So be very patient. Ron, I wish you had your stop loss a bit higher, especially since we saw that resistance at 150. Right? But you did good though. So good job. Yeah. Pablo, you need a mango. That's what you need. That's what you need. Do, 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 do. Did anybody buy any market dips, BTC dips, market dips yesterday, today? AMD puts? That's not a dip. That's not a dip. Unbelievable. Yeah, so BQ still looking for whatever it's looking for. Yeah, see if we can get a curl here up to 50 though. So the closer you get to $1.10 for LNAI, let's see if we can get a dip up that level. Cool. And everything just looks so suspicious, right? BQ, not BQ, Ruby. Let's see if Ruby can stay above that VWAP. It is holding the VWAP, so that's a good thing. Alrighty, Ruby looked like the nicest name coming into the open, even with that massive drop, and it's still red, right? So that's a bit of a problem, but it is holding the VWAP. So let's see what it does. You loaded up on Mullen, JB. Sounds good. You bought some BTC at 99. Yeah, I think that's a good entry. I think that's a good entry. BTC 101, Candice. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I think if you can scale into BTC closer to 100K, and if we do somehow find our way to 80, I think that's going to be a really nice range. A really, really nice range. You're going to be very happy with that. So good jobs. Some ETH and XRP. Yeah, I like those. I like it. MTC is unhalted. Okay, I'll take a look. I will take a look ski. Yeah, let's see if we can stay above this $1.10 here for LNAI. Uh yeah, that would have been amazing. That would have been amazing. 3K BTC shish. Mm, okay. I always pull up the wrong MTC. It's unhalted. You can tell by the metrics at the bottom here that MTC is a crazy crackhead stock, right? Like that thing is all over the place. So just be careful with it if you're playing. Alrighty, please. Just be careful, please. Yeah. 52 pennies. Come on, something do something. I mean, at this point, we don't mind we even BQ, we don't mind. Coming to a dollar, yeah. Wherever it wants to drop to for the consolidation, honestly, let it drop, right? So everything in this market looks suspicious. Something do something, honestly. We just need something to do something, right? Come down to $1 and consolidate. Right? For LNAI, this might not be a bad range actually, right? So that 110 to a dollar there, let's see if it can consolidate. So again, watch that range there for LNAI. Yeah, no, MTC is moving. Right. So actually, it is moving nicely. MTC is like, I'm giving you something. You guys don't trust me though. 59 pennies. You're in at 50 cents, Tiffany. There you go. Yeah, 60 cents now. Good job. Right. So just remember that everything today is a scalp, Tiffany. Right. No diamond hands, please. No diamond hands. Yeah, it looks like Bitcoin popped and the S&P popped nicely there. Oof, that's a nice pop. Yeah, very nice pops. Okay, can we get back to all-time highs now? Unlock the government, please. Let's get back to all-time highs. BQ just shot down. Oof, good thing again. Look at that, right? Look at that. Nasty, nasty, nasty. BQ went from $4.05 to $3.16. So yeah, good job, Pita. Right? That stop loss saved you. Otherwise, we'd be sacrificing a chicken. Yeah, let's go spikes. Pump it. MTC came back down. Right. So again, all of these names are scalpies for now. Scalp, scalp, scalp. You can usually tell like when that the markets are not amazing when we're all over the place with these names. Usually by now we're like, hey, this is our favorite stock. That's how you can tell it's a good market. This is our favorite stock for the day. These are our favorite two stocks for the day, right? Now we're like, hey, there's this one, there's this one, there's this one. Right? So that's how you can tell that the markets are a bit suspicious. Again, there's nothing we can do about that, right? We're not missing out on anything, right? So just be patient, right? Like I said yesterday, the last 2 weeks were amazing. Like when I say amazing, beyond amazing, right? Everything we touched was 500%. Like one stock 500%, next stock 500%, right? So every so often we get a week like this where everything's annoying, right? Because people are worried about their long-term investments, right? And then we get back to cooking. So you take times like these to practice your scalping abilities, right? Exactly, Candice. Right? Beyond Meat was amazing, right? So and those show up every so often, right? Every so often there's another stock, right? So um, when you have markets like these, you just have to scalp and educate yourself on stop losses and scalping and blah blah blah, right? You can still do really well, right? For example, like I think most of you guys agreed today. You made $39,000, Candace. My goodness, damn, $39,000 on Beyond Meat. See, that's what I mean, right? Like every so often, people are gonna cook, and then we're all gonna sit back and relax and say, "Hey, let's take a breath." Right? Everybody relax for a second, right? And then we get back to cooking. So you mean 500% isn't an everyday thing? Some days we fight to get 20%. Some days we get 500% easily. Easily. Yeah. After taxes, meh. Paying taxes is a good thing, right? For the most part. For the most part. Like if you're making monies in trading, right? Yeah, yeah. You have nothing to be worried about. Yeah. Yeah, if you make $39,000 and you pay $9,000, you made $30,000, right? So that is amazing. Could have been 30, but money is money. Exactly, Peter. $10,000, beautiful. Yep, there you go. Anyway, so Ruby's bouncing, which is nice, right? So we're holding that VWAP. So hopefully Ruby can do some nice things. Right, LNAI is still slowly dipping into that 200 EMA range. Let's see if it can consolidate there. Alrighty, and then we'll go from there. Cool. That thing is still dipping, so wait for that consolidation. And Ruby's testing that supply. As long as you pay yourself, exactly. Exactly. So for example, question for you guys in the chat. If you're green for the day already, type yes in the chat. If you're green for the day, type yes in the chat. I think a lot of you guys are going to be surprised to see a lot of yeses in the chat. Right? So as annoying as this market is, I think people have done well this morning, right? So yes in the chat, right? So a lot of yeses, right? So so again, yes, the market is super annoying, but you can still scalp, right? You could have scalped Ruby off the VWAP. Nothing amazing, but it's a few cents. Yeah, yeah, no, for sure. LNAI, yeah, that $1 200 EMA level. So let's see if it stays above it. Yeah, and if you're taking no trades, there's nothing wrong with that either, right? Patience. Honestly, yesterday was pretty annoying. Like, look at this. Yesterday was pretty annoying till like the last hour, like the end of the day. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Look at this. And then we were cooking with this. Look at this, right? This is what I'm saying. Like, you don't need to rush at all. Yesterday was pretty annoying until this one showed up, right at the very end of the day, into the close, right? Power hour, right? And then after hours, this thing was cooking. Like, look at that. Cook, 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 dip, cook, 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 dip, cook, 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 dip, cook, right? So sometimes you just have to be patient and the right name will show up. Alrighty. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, so it kind of looks like we're holding the $1 for now. BQ dipped all the way down, Peter, to 295. Damn. So again, good job on that. Good jobs. BW, guys, 555 resistance. Surprise, surprise, no. Double top, slap. Slap. MTC, guys, look at that. 60 cents, slap to 39, right? Nothing is holding the gains. Nothing is holding the gains. Nothing is holding the gains. So don't go diamond handing these stocks, please. You're going to find yourself sleeping under the bridge if you do. Yeah, Chloe? Okay, not bad. What about it, Carlos? What's your question? Yep. And it's going up for some reason. There you go, heal, right? So SMX was that early morning play. You could have made your monies on SMX or BQ way early in the morning and be done already, right? So you know what's interesting too? Like, most of the time when the markets are annoying, that's sometimes when like the biggest gems show up. Like the markets are annoying and then something shows up, and if you didn't walk away, something shows up and gives you like 1,000%, and then the markets are back, right? It usually like rotates to something big, and then the markets come back, which is interesting. Mm-mm-mm. uh is it a nice price to get in, Vena? No. Without even looking, I'm gonna say no. But let me take a look though. um Yeah, the only reason I say that is because the last time we looked, we were already below the 200 EMA, so that doesn't look amazing, right? So for now, though, it does look like it's holding 17. already. Like it's building a nice little base at 17. We might go back up and test that 200 EMA at 21 cents. Right. So again, watch 17 cents there if you're interested. Winner. And don't let it close below 7. If it breaks below 17 cents, get rid of it. Ready? Get rid of it. So yeah, it's trying to hold out that 200 EMA, LNAI, your entries 101. Hopefully it stays above. But again, these stocks are a little bit, like weird today. Um, who was it that was in at 50? Tiffany, was you, right? Tiffany, did you sell this thing? The answer better be yes. The answer better be yes, Tiffany. Alrighty? Otherwise, I'm going to call ICE on you. Alrighty? So MTC is getting slapped there. Let me take a look. Let's take a look. Take a look. One second. Uh, yep, exactly. Exactly. No. Okay, what did Tiffany say? Tiffany, yes, you got out. Good job. Give me a high five. Yeah, I like it. Right? This is not the market to be diamond handing stuff. Do not diamond hand. This is the market to scalpy. LNAI is still doing a good job of holding that $1. Right? Hopefully it stays above it. Alrighty. SMX is hitting brand new session highs too. Which is good, right? Yeah. I just saw that, yeah. SMX. So again, this was on the watch list from last night, right? And what were we looking for, guys? A breakout, right? So that looks good. That's actually done really well. So honestly, if you just paid attention to those two names, you would have done well. Yep. Yeah. No, that's a nice pop. You just have a bit of resistance right below 240 there, so just be mindful. Alrighty. Eight. What's your position for ASST? Let me know. Right. So it looks like CHR is curling of that 17 cents. Right. So like I said, we might go back up and retest the 200 EMA because that's usually what happens. Is it too late to get in, Dina? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah. Again, what we said last night for this one on the watch list is we said we need to either dip to $1.95 for an entry, right? So there is $1.95, Dina, right? There was 195. That would have been a good entry for you, right? Or that break above 220. So we already broke above 220 and ran to 240. So you missed both of those entries. Both of them, Dina. So, oh no, she says. Oh no. That's funny. So 20 cents here almost. Spy back to the highs of the day. And the SMX still playing with that 240 resistance. You did. Oh, very nicely. Well done. Yeah. Well done. Well done. So yeah, CHR is back above 20 cents. So nice little bounce of 17 cents. So that 200 EMA seems to be the destination there. 200 EMA. THAR. Yeah. Jeff has been spamming that one in Discord. Spam, spam, spam. There you go. BQ? No, BQ is still just chilling at $3. Ruby is just going sideways, guys. Right? Sideways, sideways, sideways. So that supply zone obviously has been a problem. And Matt, that this was your problem though, right? So yes, I see what you're doing, but you're also in the red zone, right? So you notice how we just keep failing in that red zone. So that's the problem, right? Too close to the red zone there. And where's the volume, guys? Should I quality product? Yes, right. Yes, yeah, right below dollar. If you need to put it a little tighter, that's okay too. Slow, but yeah. Mm, yeah, it just doesn't have the volume to push, right? Like again, you expect it to hold around that level, which it is holding. The volume just isn't coming through for the push to the upside. So then, sometimes you just have to manage the position, right? So most of the time that's a risk worth taking, right? Like this, that's a risk worth taking. It just doesn't the volume isn't coming through yet. So we'll see. We'll see if it stays above a dollar there. Yeah, it did curl, Bruce. Yeah, it did curl. So no, 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 no. Okay. Come on, do something. Do something. 103. Okay. You break even then. Break even. This is the type of stuff like you want to see, on a stock, right? I think in a good market, this thing would have popped already, right? But maybe not a good market necessarily, just on a good day, right? Really good job consolidating, and then bounce, and then FOMO, right? And then test the VWAP, right? Yeah. Even if you're not streaming, we'll join Legends out of a country. So yeah, you can, Matt. Yeah, you can. You can, and then you can click you can join, and then the invite link is going to be in the community section, or just send me an email, hottradex@gmail. Alrighty. LNAI, just chilling there, just chilling. And the downside to that is like if the volume doesn't come in soon at the bottom, then people tend to panic, right? So just be mindful of that. SMX again failed at that resistance, right? 240 resistance, right? This is why we said it was too late, right, Dina? Right, so maybe a retest of 220 there, and then we'll go from there. Ruby just sideways. At least BQ is testing a demand zone, so And then CHR, right? We basically went to that 200 EMA and then started stalling. So that was the destination. The destination. You made $80. Good job, Bruce. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. Let me take a look. SLDP. Let's go. Let's go, Jaden. We need to bring up these vibes. I know, right? Let's go. Let's go. Where's the video?
Jaden has $1 bill, 1 quarter, and 2 pennies. How much money does he have? Jaden broke.
Ah, that video is funny every time. Funny. Let's go, Jaden. Thank you for the super chat. Jaden broke. Let's go. Yeah, hopefully that'll help us, thrust. Thrust, thrust, thrust. No, SLDP does look good though. So yeah, good job on this one. Again, nothing super crazy, but it does look good. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. Yeah, and then Luna broke below that $1, right? So that's the downside is, when it's just sitting there like that and the volume doesn't come in, people might just say, hey, like, you know what? I'm done with this. It's not really going anywhere. You know what I mean? So yeah. Yeah. Let me take a look at a MTC. Barbara, are you in MTC or you're just looking for a position? MTC kind of bounced off the off 36 cents there back into the 40s. What's your question now? Let me know. Again, if you have a question, guys, give me the details, right? So you're just looking? Okay. Yeah. I'd maybe wait for a double bottom closer to 36, 37 there then. Right? Alrighty. So yeah. X NVVE. What's your question for NVVE? Let me know. My feelings big time, but they made me check myself because I got tired of being laughed at, Vena. And then that's a good human quality, right? So that's a good human quality, right? So when you see stuff like that, it's not meant to, it's meant to say, hey, we've all been there. The reason why this stuff is funny is because we've all been there. So we laugh and then we make progress. When you make progress, that stuff gets funny. Yeah, this one's slowly creeping up still. MTC is like, hey, we're not gonna give you that dip, Barbara. Right? So that VU out there though at 46, 40, 47, let's call it 47. Might be your next resistance there. That yellow candle was perfect in this case though. So again, those yellow candles are always kind of there to predict, what it thinks will potentially happen. Yeah, so whoever was asking for NVVE, again, let me know where your position is. I'll take a look, alrighty? I'll pull it up though, because it was one of those names we were looking at. It's really not doing very much, right? Like there's really not a whole lot happening. So let me know if you do have a position. Alrighty. Ruby still looks interesting because it hasn't created a brand new low, right? So this still looks interesting because we haven't made the new lows. And if we don't, it's going to continue to look interesting. Yogi? Yeah. I think that thing's done okay with that float though. It's actually done quite well with that float. Not bad. Adrian, is the stream buffering for anybody else? It seems good on my end. So your internet might just be, might just be weak for a second. Your internet might just be stream fine here. Okay, thank you, Yogi. Yeah, you might just need to refresh or something like that, Adrian. But again, Ruby does look interesting, guys. Right? So Ruby might be climbing the Ruby looks interesting there. Right? As long as it doesn't break below that view up there, I think it looks interesting. If the volume can come in on this one, that would be good. And then we can chant Ruby, 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 Ruby. Type yes in the chat if you're holding Ruby. Type yes in the chat if you're holding Ruby. What's the price target for SPY looking like? What do you mean? The price target. Already chanting? Let's go. Ruby, 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 Ruby. Yeah, the chant is working. Look at that. The chant always works, guys. It's working. Yeah, yeah. 30 cents. Look at that. From 27 to 30 cents. Ruby, 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 Ruby. No, this looks good, right? So again, not creating a brand new low there above the VWAP is a good thing. So let's see if this thing can do better. SLDP is still looking nice. Again, this one's gonna be really slow. That's why we haven't really paid a whole bunch of attention to it, because it has a big float and it's gonna be creeping up 1 penny at a time, right? But that's not horrible. CHR is trying to give you a higher low there, so that's okay too. NVDA. So those three names we kind of came into the open with are trying to bounce. MTC is looking okay too, testing the view up there. So back to 30 cents on Ruby. Is it going to come back frozen inside? What's your position? Let me know. Come on, Ruby, you can do it. Just break 30 cents. 30 cents is your next resistance, guys. If I was to drop a line like right there, that's the market open high. So forget about pre-market. This was the high at the open. Alrighty, so you notice how this level is becoming a bit of a problem there? That's why, right? So we need to clear that stupid level and then push for that last pre-market high around 3260-ish. Alrighty, so if we can break above and close above, then we're ready to cook. Ruby's looking good though. Yeah. Frozen says initially profits and then oopsies. Yeah. When people do stuff like that, I want to slap you. Alrighty, just so you know, Frozen inside. My initial instinct is to slap you. Why? Because when you make profits, we're gonna keep chanting Ruby though. Ruby, 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 Ruby. 31. So let's see if we can clear this supply zone here. And then go from there. Alrighty. Let's yeah, there you go. Ruby, Ruby. Yeah, if you make profits on something, like if you get into a position and you make profits, right? When you go back in again in that position, you should definitely not lose all of those profits. It's one thing if the market's open. It's like it's one thing if it's pre-market and you're like, I can't set a stop loss. Oh my gosh, I couldn't set a stop loss. It's not my fault. Oh my gosh. But it's another thing if the market's open and you just let the stock drop and erase all the gains, right? Then I really want to slap you. Really want to slap you. Alrighty? Really, really want to slap you. Can you tell how much I want to slap you? Right? So sometimes the market is sometimes complicated enough. Look at Ruby, guys. What the hell? Right? We basically went to the top of that supply zone and then they slapped it back down. Sheesh. Speaking of slaps, yeah, unbelievable. The crazy thing is that candle dropped to 27, but look at that. It's almost back to 30 cents again. Yeah. So Ruby's gonna need to clear this entire range here, right? So CHR is looking better as well. Looking better. So retesting that 200 EMA. Aaron, good job. See what happens when you're not greedy, Aaron, right? See what happens. You're like, hey, give me my monies. Or at resistance, give me my monies, please. They're like, hey, here you go. Actually, we can blame Aaron for why it dropped. 21.30. Okay, so you're almost back to break even then. Sorry, say. Almost back to break even. Yeah, let's see if we can get another higher low here for Ruby though. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, Spikes, you did good on those spike calls. Good jobs. Good job. There you go. You're back to even now. 21.30. Yes, yes. Come on, Ruby, give us the higher low. We need something to save us. This one is looking good though. Right, CCHR. Sometimes these dips at the open are just really annoying, really really annoying. Right, and then the bounce. So if we can find a way to stay above this 21, close the break. So close above 21, you might just be looking for push to 24 cents. And SPY is trying to come back. That was a nasty drop to the 200 there. That was a nasty drop. 675 and then a massive pop. That would have been nice to pick up some calls there. Yeah. Bitcoin is just chilling for now, which isn't bad. Just chilling. There you go. Don't forget to smash a like, guys, if you haven't already, please. And thank you. If Lisa did it, you can, yeah, I'm kidding. Don't forget to smash a like if you haven't already. Alrighty. Take a second, smash a like, hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel. And if you're not a member yet and you want to join us in Discord, click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbots and come join us in Discord. Alrighty. Huh. And oh, I see. Which calls did you get, Diamond? When do they expire? How green are you right now? Right. So when you ask me a question like that though, it's always a bit confusing. You know what I mean? So like, that's why I'm always asking like, hey, if you say what's the price target for SPY, I know nothing else about your position, right? If you say I bought some SPY calls that expired today at this, this is the strike. I'm currently up 80%. What do you think? Then I'm like, oh, okay, let's do this, right? Right. I want all the details. When you say like what's the target, I'm like for SPY, 700 end of the year, right? Like that doesn't help you in any way. So when I ask you guys to give me like the details of your position, or I'm simply just looking for an entry, right? So like, oh, this is what I'm thinking. What do you think? It goes a long way. Alrighty. So give me all the details, please. UC Gaming, closer to 19 for now. That demand zone. And do we still like Ruby, guys? We still like Ruby. November 10th. So November 10th, your birthday, 675. How green are you on those calls, Diamond? How green are you right now on those calls? Because you're in the monies, right? How green are you on those calls? You have a little bit of time, which is fine, right? And you're in the monies. So that's good. So how green are those calls? November 10th is, let me take a look. November 10th is Monday. Mm, yeah. So when they expire on Monday like that, you almost want to be looking at this week to get rid of them, unless you expect a massive push. Is Ruby still our favorite stock for now? I think we can kind of crown this one as the favorite stock. Maybe Ruby has the stamp of approval. Below a dollar, Hoy. If that thing is below a dollar, don't like it. I'm gonna take a look, but if it's below a dollar, don't like it. Ruby needs to break out though, right? Ruby really needs to break out. Yeah. I'm good now. You're up 100, like 100%. You're up 100%. Sell half of it. Sell half, Diamond. Sell half. And the money's up 100%. The reason why I say like look at the end of this week is because like they expire on Monday, right? Crazy things can happen over the weekend. Also, those extra 2 days are weekend days, right? It's not like you have extra 2 days and then you come back on Monday, right? No, they expire on the Monday when you come back. So Friday really is unless you're expecting some good things over the weekend, which we might get some really good things. But if you're up 100%, cut it in half. So thank you very much. Oh, okay, like dollars. Okay. Yeah, definitely stay green though, diamonds. Definitely stay green. Alrighty, please. MTC dipped and then popped again to 48. Ruby needs help. Remy, not that I'm aware of, Eddie. PRFX is our favorite, is it? Jay? MTC is back above 50 cents. Yeah, this stock is definitely volatile, that's for sure. That is for sure. 51 rush, yep. Let me take a look at PRFX. Why is it our favorite stock? Yeah, it definitely isn't. That's for sure. Up 14%. As much as the volume is there, 9.7 million, the volume is in there. And so definitely not. The S&P looks nice, BTC looks nice, right? It's a bit of a recovery, which is good. CHR is holding that 19 cents. This one, like I said, it's gonna be really slow. Even though it looks good, it's gonna be super slow. NVDA is just done absolutely nothing, right? And Ruby is still playing with 30 cents here. I know, right? SP, like it does feel like 3 p.m. Oh my days. This is gonna be another one of those days where like it's super annoying all day, and then the last hour, it's like, oh, here we go. Let's make the monies and leave. Right? So save some monies for the end of the day. Don't go don't rush into everything you see. Alrighty? Save some monies. 1 second. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Sora. What about Sora? What's your question? Right. I'm gonna start slapping you guys. I'm gonna I'm gonna call and I'm gonna go to one of these conferences. The NVDA maybe. And make one of those chips where your computer will slap you. Like you know every time you don't listen. Yeah, MTC is looking good. Looking good. 54 pennies. MTC. Sora's halted up. Okay. Mm. See, stuff like this, like how do you know what I mean? Like, look at this, right? Stuff like this is the type of stuff that I'm like, this is so garbage. Like, look at this, guys. Like, what the hell is going on here, right? Like, there's nothing happening, nothing at all, like zero, nothing at all. And then all of a sudden, one candle shows up, and the damn thing pops 50 cents, right, on 47,000 shares. Like, look at that, right? Volume 47,000. You know what I mean? So, like, the volume might come in after this halt, but sometimes this is so random and there's no way you can predict or trust it. So, at this point, you're just gonna have to wait and see what happens after the on halt. Yeah, I like CMBM. Yeah, I see it. I see it. I see it. Right, this looks better. Right, they have earnings tomorrow. It says, so that's gonna be interesting. So resistance at the view app though. So 330, 335 already frozen. So nice little pop there though. Nice little pop. Already. CHR is still looking good, so it's maintaining that uptrend line. So if you follow the algo there, right? There's a nice uptrend line there that it's following, which is good. So as long as CHR stays above that uptrend line, you should be okay. MTC is looking very nice. MTC is like, hello, I'm the captain now, right? So I mean, it is approaching that double top there. See if we break out, but it still is a double top. Alrighty. So type yes in the chat if you're holding MTC. Yes. Most profits. Your most profits at the moment, 46%. Good job. Yeah, just be aware of that double top at 60 cents ish there. It's right below 60 cents, but we'll call it 60 cents. And Sora is back if you were interested in that. So 60, almost 60, and then back to 55. End of day slaps and gives you cookies for good trades. I like the idea, Spikes. I like it. I like the idea. You're thinking like 45? What do you mean you're thinking 45? Like your stop loss is 45 cents? I mean, that's up to you. But to me, I think that's way too low, right? When you have profits like this in this market, you don't just like you're putting your stop loss 10 cents lower, right? 10 cents lower. To me, that's just way too much. Yeah. I would be closer to right below 50 cents probably. Yeah. So like 49.99 and hope we stay about 50 cents. Dang, Ruby's annoying, isn't it? Um, Considering the short squeeze on Beyond Meat, I've heard that there is a similar expectation this week. But why is this one different? No, not hyped. Why was that one so clear that there would be a spike? The huge difference, huge difference is you're at the bottom, right, for the first time, and everybody's looking to get into that position for the first time, right? Every time there's a brand new stock, right? Every time there's a brand new stock, people look at it and say, hey, like, I've never been in this stock, right? There's a lot of hype, the stock is performing, let me go get in, right? Now the difference is, yeah, someone's saying it, but people have made thousands of dollars, right? So they're no longer interested, or people are holding bags, so they're praying that it comes back, but they have no money to add more to the position or buy more, right? So that's always the huge difference between the first run and then every other run after that, right? Like, it's so obvious the first time, right? Because we're all excited for the first time, and everybody's jumped. When like someone says something, there's excitement because there's brand new money coming in, right? New money, new money, new money. Bring those monies, right? But now people have made money and walked away, or they're holding bags and they have no money to dump in there again. So there's a huge difference. Now they're almost going to need a catalyst, right? We don't need like words to say there's a squeeze coming. We need a catalyst. The company needs to say something amazing, and then the stock is going to run again. Sid, hopefully that answers your question. MTC is still holding the 9 EMA, so that's good. Alrighty. Spike says, I joke a lot about stop losses. Please learn to use them. It's your best friend. Yup. First and last line of defense. Faster than you can. Exactly. Right? How many times have you been like, hey, I'm going to buy this stock. I'm going to sell it if it gets to this price. My stop loss is going to be here. Mental stop loss. How many times has the stock got there and you're like, not going to do that. Not going to sell it. Because mama didn't raise no beat, right? So I'm not going to take a loss, right? How many times have you said I'm gonna sell and then not sell, and then you're down $100, then you're down 500, then you're down 1,000, then you're down more because you didn't want to take that first, right? So when you say stuff like that, you're playing on the worst human quality, right? The worst human quality is greed, right? In the sense that like you don't want to lose, right? Those two go hand in hand, right? There's not a single person in the chat, right, for the most part, that likes to lose, right? Nobody likes to lose. So when you're down that $100 and you think you're gonna take that loss, you're not gonna do it because your mind is gonna fight you. Yep, exactly. And then once you're down 1,000, you're gonna hear a voice in your head. Congratulations, you played yourself. And then you're gonna get pissed. And then you're gonna blame the markets. And then you're gonna blame the economy. And then you're gonna hear the voice again. Congratulations, you played yourself. And then, yeah. And then you're gonna see this gif in your head, you know. I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Anyways, I'm kidding. Yeah, MTC definitely has a lot of resistance there below 16. Alrighty, so take the decision making out of your hands is all I'm saying. Alrighty. Yeah, exactly, SV. Yeah, take the decision making out of your hands, okay? That makes your life so much easier. Yeah. Stop relying on yourself. Take that decision making out of your hands. La, 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 la. Yeah, no, CMBM is done okay. Sora is halted down, by the way. So guess what, right? So that thing looked like a scam from the get go. SPY looks nice. BTC looks nice. They do not. They do not. Stop losses do not work in pre-market or after hours, right? But we've also talked about the way to do it, right? In one of those classes, we talked about stop losses. Stop relying on yourself, Sid. That's what I'm saying, right? Like, stop relying on yourself. So it seems a little bit counterintuitive, doesn't it? Right? Don't rely on yourself. You have one job in the market, Sid. You have one job, right? Find the strategy that works, follow the strategy. If the strategy doesn't work, go back and fix the strategy and follow it, right? So you need to have a consistent strategy for entries and exits and stop losses, right? And work on following that and fixing it. If something doesn't work, you refine it, right? You can't just show up to the market and say, "Ooh, okay, let's see what's running today," and then you jump in, right? Yeah, you can't just do that. You kind of have to have some type of a system to follow, right? Yeah. Otherwise, some days you get lucky, some days you don't get lucky. Some days you get lucky, like that's why you see people make, $2,000 today. The next day they lose $3,000, right? It's because it's based on like market conditions. It really shouldn't be that way. MTC is still looking okay though, so still holding that 50 cents. Here comes 56, and there is 56. There is 57. So MTC is trying, fighting. Here comes 58 MTC. Is it gonna break above? Is it gonna break out this time? Yeah. So that's supply zone. There's that 60 cents is gonna be a strong level. Strong level of resistance. So just be careful. Be careful. RUBI, what's RUBI doing, guys? RUBI's just chilling there. Just chilling. I'm pretty good at selling. I'm pretty good at selling at the top. Then someone comes along and says you should get back in. It's going to $10. Who is this someone? We would like to know. Is that someone sitting on your shoulder? Ayo, Laura. Ayo. How are you, Laura? How are you doing with all this chaos in SPY? Chaos all over the place. SPY is pumping today, though, so that's good. Yeah, 60 cents, another test and another fail. How the market's treating you, Laura? Hey, how's I can't remember her name. How's your friend doing, Laura? She's still watching those educational videos. Better be. Otherwise, we're gonna send ice. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Good. I like it. Both ways. The only way, Yeah. Yes. Yeah. No, I'm gonna need a long nap on the weekend, Laura, to recover from from Vegas. But still studying and hasn't traded yet. Okay, good. I like it. And maybe she can start paper trading at some point. Fake monies. Why am I ignoring that thing, Jay? PRFX. Well, let's take a look. This thing better be pumping. If not, I'm gonna slap you. I have your address, so be ready for. Why are we ignoring this thing? Why? Why are we ignoring it? I wonder why. Somebody tell me why we're ignoring this stock. Why are we ignoring this stock? Jay, what's your address? What's your address? Go answer the door, please. ICE is waiting for you outside. Be ready to be deported to jail. So it's really not doing anything. Alrighty. So if you're in a position and you need help, though, please ask. If you're in a position and you need help, please ask. Alrighty. We'll take a look at anything, but we don't need to sit there and look at rubbish, because that's rubbish. Cool. Yeah, that every time we come back to this thing, it's at $1.20. We look away, we come back 120. 5 minutes later, still 120. So yeah, no. Hopefully, it performs for you. Your support is $1.15 ish. Hopefully, it stays above that level. And then if it can break above $1.25, then you might actually get the volume already. So those are your two main levels for now. Other than that, there's nothing else going on here. Let's go, Diego. Let's go. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're in the community. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Laura, can you tell Bull that the name is Bull instead of a bear? Because that thing has been rubbish. You're in at 118. Okay, yeah, that's not bad, right? You're green on that position. That's not bad at all. I hope it goes to $1.50 for you though. But it's gonna need that volume. Yeah. The play the last 2 days has been ignore the market. Not necessarily, right? There've been some really good scalps, right? You could have scalped any of these names, honestly, right? You could have scalped any of them and made monies. Um, yeah. Also, usually the end of the day is when the volume kicks in because people are like, "Hey, really want to make money." So we shall see. CMBM did really well, like into the close yesterday, right? Like a beautiful pump. Positive thinking, yes, yes, please. Three plays today, two winners, one loser. So green, beautiful, beautiful, right? Again, Diego, I'll give you a high five. Why? Because when you have that one loser, you don't let it erase the gains from the other two plays, right? It seems like really simple. It seems really simple. Like, hey, if you take three trades, two of them are winners, one is a loser. Well, don't let that loser outshine the winners, right? Like take smaller losses and take bigger gains, right? Seems a little bit simple, doesn't it? But you'd be surprised how many people would make two like how many people would win all day long, right? And then lose all the gains in one trade because of greed, right? So good job. In slow traffic, yeah, this isn't that isn't affecting this price today. Yeah, I mean, it did pump nicely earlier today though, and then now it's just been rubbish, rubbish. What I want to do and limit your trades. Yep, good job. Winterfell, see? Yeah, exactly, right? Exactly. Like you'd be surprised how many people do it. Yeah, I burned my gains yesterday on a revenge trade, right? Yeah, and the fact that you went for revenge, even though you were green for the day Winterfell, right? Like, you know, this is why we say you can't rely on yourself. You know, can't do that. Yep. MTC still looks okay. You just have that 60 cent resistance. 60 cent resistance. La, la, la. Is it trying now, Ron? Oh, there you go. PR effect says hello. All the trash talking. Yeah? How about we bounce now? There you go. 125s. So yeah, your 119 entry was okay, right? So that's what I mean. If you have a question, ask, right? Because we're not if it now at 125, it's still not doing anything. Right? It's like one pop and then it sits there for 5 minutes, right? So we're not gonna watch that. Right. So but if you do have a position though, ask about that position and we're gonna tell you, right? Like I said earlier, your 119 was good. As long as you stay above 114, 115, you're fine. Right? Alrighty. So Ruby is still, just chilling. 29 cents, 29.40. Right. So That thing really needs to break out. The good thing for Ruby is we technically are still getting higher lows, so that still looks fine to me. And MTC looks like it really wants to break that 60 cents. $0.58. Positive thinking it does work. It really does work. I agree. It does work. Oh, there we go. MTC says hello, hello, hello. I'm here now. There we go. Finally breaking. Is it gonna hold 60 cents though? That's the question. That is the question. Do, 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 do. Uh, and win the war rather than be up a little bit or break even, then red. Yep, exactly. Spikes. There you go, 64 cents, guys. Very nice. Very, very nice. 65. Type yes in the chat if you're still in Ruby. Adrian, good job. 53 to 62. Good job on that. Yeah, good job. Yeah, no, those higher lows, whenever you're getting higher lows like that, that's always a good thing. Yeah, you see, good job. Good jobs. TJ? I mean, that was a boomski candle, though, wasn't it? Right? To 66 cents, and then a bit of a supplies on there. You know it's been slowly creeping up, guys? Look at this. SLDP has been slow and steady, hasn't it? Right? Slow and steady, slow and steady. Like I said earlier, it's not going to be a boomski candle. Like, you're not going to see massive pumps in this, but slow and steady. Slow and steady. Let's go. Well done, Daryl. I like it. Good job. Good jobs. 2020. You're in at 29. Stop loss at 28.99. Okay. It's a very tight stop. I'm not gonna complain about it. So because I prefer a tight stop loss than no stop loss, So just keep in mind if it hits, don't it was very tight. Some grass. Let's go. Much love, Spikes. See you tomorrow. Alrighty. Go outside, Spikes. Go outside. Go enjoy the weather. I mean, if you're touching grass, that means you live somewhere that isn't cold. So I don't think I can see any grass outside right now. Well, maybe I can, but it's cold grass. Cold grass. Not worth paying attention to. From May 2022. I just want. I'll take a look just to. Yes, you do. You definitely do, right? I mean, every time you get to any resistance level, you pay attention to it. I just wanted to see what you're looking at. Yeah, you definitely do. Any resistance you get to, you pay attention. It's cold and wet. Where do you live, Spikes? Unbelievable, Dan. Unbelievable. Who asked you? You too, King. Who asked you? Who asked you about the weather? You want to see my weather? Ah. uh, near Microsoft. Uh, so for those of you in the the in Fahrenheit, yeah, 30 degrees Fahrenheit. The rain. Nice Canadian fall weather. See, if this was the worst it got to 360, like this would be fine, you know? That would be okay. I wouldn't mind that. Miami. Dan, unbelievable. South Texas. Water's the grass right now, unbelievable. Unbelievable is all I have to say. You live in the Ice Palace. Three here in Kelowna, Rafael. Yeah, that's better than, Ah, yeah, I think honestly it's just a matter of time before I'm like, you know what? Minus 45 is coming. It's just a matter of time, Just a matter of time. Yeah, just a matter of time. But I'm like, hey, virus. Yeah, Ice Hotel. Mm-mm. No, thank you. No, thank you. Yeah. The only thing I like about the cold is that I can go skiing. That's the only thing. Yeah. Yeah. You know what Canada needs to invest in? Some sun seeding. You know how they invest in whatever they call like rain? You can like whatever that they do. They need to invest in yeah. Well, they need to put a dome, over the whole country so we can get shielded from the snow. Yeah. Somebody needs to do that. Canada needs to invest in rebranding. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yep. The only thing from the exactly, like seriously, that's the only thing that winter is good for. The only thing that this is good for is ski trips. It's the only thing. Other than that, pretty useless. Ah, dang that. Unbelievable. How did you come up with that so quickly? Wow. Sheesh. For MTC, your support would be closer to 50 cents for now. And if that doesn't hold, you're looking for 42, 43 ish. Writing your name in snow. No, even that isn't good enough because then the snow covers your name. Uh, does Canada Dry have real Canadians? Yes, it does, Diego. Um, Entry. So Darren, we're usually looking for more than three, right? More than three. Watch that video, Darren. There's a video in Discord that says how to look for consolidation already. So yes, consolidation is good, but then you also want to see the curl, right? So the things that we've talked about, right? The things that we talked about in that class, in terms of like what you're looking for, right? Consolidation is one thing, right? So you're usually looking for three or more candles, right? Most people look for three or more, but then there are also other things that happen within the candles that you're looking for, right? So, already, mostly sideways, Gary. Yup, yup, yup. Again, every so often, guys, we're gonna deal with this, where everything is super slow. Every so often. but it's just part of the part of it, right? That's why we tell you don't need to you don't need to make trades every single day, right? You do not need to be making 100% every single day. Cool. I still like Ruby, but Ruby needs to like us. Yeah. By the locals in some parts of India. Interesting. Yeah. How do you upgrade your membership, Sticky? This is how you upgrade your membership. Follow these steps. It doesn't quite show. 1 second, should be a yeah. So there you go. Those are the steps. Ready? That's how you upgrade your membership. SLDP 2 for those who play warrants. Yeah, SLDPW. Already sticky. So if you're trying to upgrade your membership to Legend Pro or to the Gold VIP, that's how you do it. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Come on, Ruby. Come on, come on. Do, 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 do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, speaking of upgrades, we'll do a sale. We'll do a sale like maybe a Black Friday or end of the year sale for the lifetime membership, and then we're gonna get rid of that. So then no more lifetime memberships. Deal? Yeah, no more. Well, the people that have it get to keep it though. But yeah, for anybody else, we will delete all of that stuff. Cool. Yeah. So we'll do like one more sale. Yeah. Do, 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 do. And then go from there. And then we'll get rid of a whole bunch of stuff and just keep it simple. Yeah. New Year sale? No, New Year will be too late for that. Yeah. Lifetime membership, Tommy? No. Lifetime. Yeah. Yeah. No, like the lifetime membership isn't anything crazy. Like it's nothing crazy. It's just the same membership you have. Except you can cancel like all the other memberships and you don't have to pay for anything else after that. Ready? So you can get like the lifetime legend membership, right? It's just your membership, lifetime legend membership if you want to. Or you can get like the lifetime, like the main lifetime membership, like the lifetime gold membership that comes with like one-on-ones, and the algo's free for life as well. And then everything else that you already have, right? Yeah. So yeah, it's really not a big deal. Like it's not something that anybody needs to worry about unless you were interested in it, right? If not, just ignore. So yeah, we'll do that later. Is MTC done? Why would MTC be done? It's right at resistance at 60 cents, right? It's closer to the high than it is the bottom. So why do you think it's done? Yeah. Alrighty. So yeah, if that's something you're interested in, send me a DM in Discord or something, and then we'll do that and then get rid of it, and then we'll just keep the YouTube sign. So and then go from there. Yeah, no, the algo is fine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No OT, yeah. No, the lifetime members do they'll get the algo for free for life. So but that's it though. So again, nothing crazy, nothing really changes. It's just for people that are interested. Yeah. Yeah, no, MTC still looks okay. You just have resistance at 60 cents then. Ruby is a bit annoying. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. CMBM. Yeah. See, this is what we keep saying. Like nothing is good today as like, oh, we're gonna hold this forever. Today is like, oh no, you see money, you take monies. You see monies, you take monies, because everything is a pump and dump. A pump and dump. We do. For LNAI, yeah. Okay. 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 MTC is just kind of failing at that 60 cents. Last night for a long. Oklo? Yeah, most things if you bought last night on that dip, OKLO. Let's see. Yeah, 112. Beautiful. Congratulations. Good job, good job, good job. Yeah, that was a nice dip buy. Yeah, like I said, most things if you bought yesterday, you're very happy with the dip buys. MTC is trying to break 60 cents again. Is it cooked? CHR? It's not. I don't think we can say that it's cooked, but it's really not doing anything. Right? Are you in a position, X? Let me know. Are you in a position? Not as good as my first buy on 7:30 mid 2024. Damn. Did you sell the position or did you keep it, Rod? What did you do with it? What did you do with it? There we go, MTC. So is MTC dead? No, MTC cannot be dead if it's that close to the high, right? If it's that close to the high, it cannot be dead. So previous high was 60, almost 66 cents. So it's going for it again. And test. 29? Dang. Yeah. You still did really good though. You did really, really good. Really, really good. 78. Nice. Yeah, you have some nice long-term plays. So a bit of a double top at 66 for MTC. While you at work, Matthew? 64. Well done, Fred. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Yeah, MTC is been the yeah, it has the best looking chart for now. just because of the higher lows, right? Like it's not, like you're just getting consistent. Look at that, right? Consistent higher lows, stuff like that is always going to look the best. Whereas when you look at the other names, they all pump and then they go crashing. 219, beautiful. My goodness, good job. Very nice. Come on, MTC, break that resistance already. Break the resistance. There you go, 67, guys. MTC, 68. Yeah, 69 almost there. So, brand new highs of the day. I like it. Yeah, that was a nice little base. So, Darren, you were asking earlier, right? What do you consider as consolidation, right? Are you still in the chat? So, kind of the same, like we answered before, right? So, you're usually looking for three or more, right? That's consolidation, right? The more candles you have holding the level, the better it is, right? The more candles you have holding that level when it's dropping, obviously don't touch it, right? Don't touch, right? If you're looking for consolidation, you need more candles holding, right? So then if you do take a risk, you can always put a stop loss right below. Alrighty. So that would have been nice. Has shown me that I need to keep it. There you go, Matthew. Yeah, love it. Good job. When does your free membership expire, Matthew? So it looks like we almost tapped 70 cents there, right? 69.69. Sometimes I wonder who does this stuff, like, but did someone do that on purpose? Like the high of the day is 69.69. Who does that? Yup, too fishy, exactly. TV, exactly. Good job. Nothing wrong with 3%. Uh, yeah. Is it too late to get in, Carlos? Yes. Again, the answer really should never be yes. Like it's never too late to get in. It's just when you buy the highs of the day like that, when you can see it stalling with a yellow candle, like your chances of success go lower, right? Just putting yourself in a difficult position. Like this thing could easily break out, but yeah, you're kind of seeing some concerning candles there. If you're looking for a brand new position, if you're in it already, like then that's easier to manage. Is it too late to buy a Lambo, Blake? Never. Should you be buying a Lambo? Probably not. Probably not. Maybe a retest of 60 cents, Carlos. Um, yeah. PRFX, that thing still hasn't done anything, right? PRFX. So LNAI. You got in at 105. And what's your stop loss at now, right now, Tamina? It's not a horrible position, right? What's your stop loss though? Let me know. You kind of wanted to stay above 95 cents, actually. Yeah, it's not a horrible entry. I can see what you were trying to do, but yeah, $1 is your stop loss. Okay, well, that can be your stop loss, right? If you're in at 105, it's at $1, so that can be your stop loss. Otherwise, it would have hit already. Isn't that a dead stock? Onyx? No, so it never went to $1,300. What's happened is they've split the stock, right? So when they split it, the share price, the highs multiply as well. So the stock has never been to 1,300. Ready? We'll be pausing later on today. Is it ideal to place a call option? If you're in the stock already, OT, if they beat earnings, guess what? You're gonna make money, right? I wouldn't double down on an event, right? That's potentially a gamble. Onyx, uh, yes, I know what you're saying, but I promise you that the stock was not $1,300. Alrighty, promise, pinky promise, promise. Alrighty, yeah. In 2019, yeah, no. So I'll show you. I'll show you what happened here. Let's look at the daily. Okay, I'll show you what happened with this stock. So right there, that's 2020. That's 2020 December. That's 2024, right? So that's a split. Alrighty, so that's a split, right? And then I think they did one more. Yeah, right. In 2023, they did another one. So every time a stock does a split, the share price gets multiplied by that split ratio, but also so does the high. So if the high was $10, they multiply by 10, right? And then now you're like, oh, it was at this price. No, it was never there, right? So they've done two of those. So they do that, the share price will the highs will get multiplied. So if you're not sure what a split is, just look it up. Just exactly. Just like Mullen, right? Mullen, the yeah, 51 trillion or something like that, right? Since when has the stock gone to a trillion, or 1 billion, or 1 million, or 100,000, right? Yeah. So they mess up the prices when they mess up the charts when they do those splits, because then the chart looks like we've been so high, but we've never actually been there. MTC, that 70 cents is still resistance. RUBI, guys, we still like RUBI, right? Yeah, we do. So RUBI is still fighting the good fight. Type yes in the chat if you're still in RUBI. I know everybody's gonna say yes. Because a whole bunch of you guys are still in RUBI, but RUBI is still annoying, right? It's still super annoying. Still super annoying. Virus? Uh-huh. Yeah, see, a whole bunch of you guys are still in RUBI. It still looks fine. It just has to break out. Yeah, no, I still like RUBI. RUBI. RUBI from that kids show. You know the kids show RUBI, the two cartoons. RUBI and what's the brother's name? I don't remember the brother's name. But RUBI and the brother like to get in trouble. If you want to join us in Discord, Dina, click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbot and look at the level that says Legend. Max and Ruby, yeah, Virtuous, yeah. Max and Ruby. How do you guys know this? Max, Max and Ruby. Yes, you guys are watching kids shows, huh? I see. You have kids? Okay, yeah. Ah, yes. Max always getting in trouble. Do the sale. Sale on what? What are we doing a sale on? On the membership? Virus. Yeah. Before bed every night, Sticky? I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. Ruby. Yeah, Ruby's just annoying. You can tell it wants to go, but that thing is gonna tease us. So 70 cents and then a potential retest of 60 cents on MTC, right? Not a surprise, right, guys? Not a surprise. You can see it stalling, right? Whenever you can see it stalling like that, that's your first red flag. So dip, and then let's see if we can stay above 60 cents here on the retest. On the retest. We're really not missing anything, guys, right? All the names that are on the scanner right now are the names we've talked about. Right? There's really nothing we're missing here. Oh, there you go. Yeah, LNAI is back to 104. So there you go. If you're in at 105, you're back, almost back to even there. Good jobs. LNAI. And that thing said, I hope you sold the damn thing. Unbelievable. Anyways, come on, Ruby. We need you. 4,800%? Yes. Come on, Ruby. You can do it. You can do it. This thing is waiting for us to get up the stream and then it's going to go boom skis, isn't it? Just waiting. Mm. Updated. Okay. La, 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 la. Okay. Vaughn, are you on stream? Let me know if you are. Someone had to reschedule the one-on-one, so we could just shift you in there instead. Where's Vaughn? Let me know, please. Let's get that one-on-one done. Let me know. Let me know. Hey, yo, just chilling. Hello, hello. Taking care of family? Okay, sounds good, sounds good. Raven, let's go. Take care and stay green. Let's go, Raven. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Love the cooking in the morning. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, for Ruby, you're closer to resistance right now than you are to support. So if you're interested in Ruby, it's gonna have to be like closer to 28 or all the way back down to 25. Alrighty, or maybe a breakout. You're holding yeah. So MTC came back and retested that 60 cents. We're still kind of playing in that same range. Come on, Ruby. You can do it. Dylan, what's your position in WTO? Yeah, Vaughn, take a look. Take a look at your DM. So watch those videos and then let me know. Alrighty, you have work to do. Don't make me find you. Is there anyone that's a new member, new gold member or whatever that hasn't had a one-on-one yet? Anybody in the chat? Let me know. Let me know. So if Vaughn doesn't get his homework done, I can do it with somebody else. Yeah, just too much resistance for Ruby there. Too much, it seems. Right. Yeah. Sure. TV. What's your position in that play? At the very least, MTC is holding support. MTC has been the it's been holding really well. Luke says, thank you for the one-on-one. It was a game changer. If you're on the fence uh, with the gold membership, it's worth it. Absolutely. Let's go. It was nice chatting. Very nice, and it's good to talk about stuff and make you think about stuff you haven't thought about before and whatnot. So yeah, I think the gold membership is a game changer, right? So if you're struggling with those entries and exits, listen to Luke. Luke and I did a one-on-one yesterday. Was it yesterday? It was yesterday. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. I was like, Luke, are you ready? He's like, I'm rushing home. Anyway, so that was good. Um, yeah. How long is a one-on-one? Um, I always tell people a one-on-one is 45 minutes to an hour. I've never done a one-on-one that's 45 minutes. Well, like unless we've had multiple conversations and sometimes we just need to fix a specific thing, then we don't need to chat for like more than 30 minutes, right? But Luke and I were chatting yesterday just because he had a whole bunch of questions and we had a lot of stuff to work on. We were chatting for almost 2 hours yesterday, right? So because we wanted to make sure that he was on the same page, no losing monies. Yeah. But let's go, Rod. Yep, Bilal. Exactly, exactly. Yeah, it makes no sense, for you to. You don't talk to your mom for that long. I do not. I'm like, hello. Okay, what do you want? Bye. Yeah. No, you're very welcome. So make some monies, and more monies, right? The knowledge stays with you forever. The knowledge stays with you forever, right? And then we will keep working on stuff because there's never enough stuff to fix. One little thing at a time. Yeah, Winterfell. Yeah, yeah. Vaughn, let me know when you're done, right? So I said those videos in your DM, right? Watch those videos when you're done. Let me know, please, and then we'll get a one-on-one done today. Alrighty. And then I think who else is on the list for today? Derek. Derek. Yeah. Derek lives in Derek lives in Singapore, so then we have to make that work. So Derek, we're gonna have to do like way later today because you're 12 hours ahead. So Derek is yeah. Your entry for Carlos, your entry was we said closer to 60 cents, right? Carlos, right? Retesting the support, not in the middle. That's your resistance. This is your support. You're asking if you should be getting it in the middle, right? In the middle, it's 50-50. Alrighty. Here comes 67 cents now. So when you're trying to jump in the middle there, that's you can if you want to, but there's a red zone and it's also in the middle. And now we're getting a golden candle. There you go. See, Blake did it, right? Oh, see. No, oh, you said not looking bad. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Good job. Yeah, see, closer to 60 cents. There you go. Good job. Blake just took his money and ran, right? Good job, Blake. Good job, Carlos. There you go. See? Yeah, 61 and back to 67. So good job. 5 mods, welcome. Let us know if you have any questions already. So again, your entry would have been closer to 60 cents, and there goes the pop. Beautiful. 69. Can we get back above 70 cents? The previous high was 69.69, guys. Actually, no, 69.80. We made a brand new high. Yeah. MTC looking good. Um, see if we can get back above 70 cents. 68. It kind of stalled. Yeah, no, I see what you're looking at. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that though. Right? Good job on that entry. Now we need to break above that 70 cents for the next push. Again, RUBI is just chilling at 30 cents. Just chilling. This RUBI is just as useless as the RUBI on the TV, you know? Yeah. Just as useless. So we need that RUBI to do better. Blake? Yeah, exactly. Here we go. 69 cents, guys. 1 penny from that previous high now. 1 penny from that previous high. There we go. Magic's boom skis. Woo! Wee, 71. Boom. 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 Boom skis. Love it. Love it. Yeah. Are you happy now, Carlos? Are you happy? Type yes in the chat if you're holding MTC. Type yes in the chat if you're celebrating the monies. Yeah. Don't be mad though, Blake, right? You did well. You made monies. So 72. Let's see if we can close that candle above 70. No, this chart has looked the best, right? Like this, look at this. Look at that consistency on it, right? Consistency. Look at that consolidation right there. Darren, you see it again, right? $200, Carlos, from that dip. Look at that. Right? Just from watching the stream and asking questions, right? Look at that. You didn't even have to be a member. You just had to ask, hey, what's a, and 60-cent dip, and then boom, 74. Cooking now, MTC. Cooking. Oh my days. Look at those candles, guys. Oh my days. Oh my days. Damn. Oof. Love it. 76. 76. Yep, exactly, Chloe. Yeah, follow my rules, no worries. Consistency wins every time. Yep. Frozen, that was a very good scalp. 39 to 79 is very good. Congratulations. Very, very good. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Beautiful. There we go. Share your rules. No, that was a really nice pop. I like it. Good job if you made money on this. Love it. You know, every so often we need one of those. Okay, there we go. There you go. Good job, Carlos. Done with Ruby. Now heading into to the salt mine for the daily grind, Rod. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. You can see that next supply zone, right? So I'm gonna leave it at 78 cents there. Ready? So 78 cents. Yeah, Jose. Yeah, very nice pop. I like it. What should we make the stop loss limit? Like your stop loss, TJ? What's your entry price? You could have taken some gains already. What's your stop loss? Yeah, absolutely. If we can come back down and consolidate above 70, then yeah, it still looks like it's not done yet, right? Rod? Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, Trump is speaking about the economy at 1 p.m. Yep. Onyx, yes. It's the only options I'm in right now, the bull calls. Weibo calls, some leaps. That thing has been rubbish. So MTC looks good, right? That's the best looking one right now. The best looking stock right now is MTC. LNAI doesn't look horrible, but it's still in that little range. If that thing can break above 105, maybe that volume is going to kick in. Well, Ruby just needs Jesus at this point. Bitcoin is pushing back up. SPY is pushing back up. SPY is back to the highs of the day, which is nice. But again, for now, the best looking momentum stock is MTC, right? You have resistance at 78 cents though. 78 cents. You got in at 55, TJ? Maybe put that stop loss right below 70. Stay green, right? Good job though. Well done. Yeah. Good jobs. DTCK with the pop too. Give us more boom skis. You're done for the day, green. Let's go, Jose. Well done. Yeah. On days like these ones, yeah, you make the monies and you say thank you, goodbye. Goodbye, sir. Goodbye. This one again, this one's been slow and steady, guys, all day today. Look at this. Right? If you're scalping this thing, you're making easy monies. Easy monies. Right? You might only make 10 cents at a time, but this one's been easy monies. Right? Dip and come back, brand new highs. Dip and come back, brand new highs. Yeah. So maybe a retest of 70 cents here, Barbara, right? But we also do need to test it and consolidate already, like we did at the bottom, right? So dip, you don't just buy because it's dipping, you buy because it's dipping and you know that level of support and it's proving to you that it's holding it. And then boom, right? So pump, dip, consolidation, and then go. No. Carlos, what's your daily goal and have you hit that daily goal? What's your daily goal, Carlos, and have you hit it? I want to know. There goes that thing said, forget about the 70. Rainy day, still better than my weather, you know. Rod, off to the salt mine. You're looking to get some of it back? Okay. Well, become a member, Carlos. Become a member. Come join us in Discord, alrighty? Because you most likely bought that thing too high and you didn't have a plan at all, right? So, yeah, come join us. Stop playing around. Stop playing around. Yep, maybe. As long as we don't create a brand new low, then absolutely JD, right? As long as that thing like maintains that little uptrend that it has, if it breaks below, that's a problem, right? This level seems to be a big, big obstacle though. So it needs to now break down and it also needs to break above this level. 82 and sunny. That sounds amazing, Lori. How do you join? If you want to join us in Discord, click this link at the bottom of the chat from Nightbond and sign up for a level that says Legend, Legend Pro, or Gold VIP, not the sold out. Alrighty. So here comes a retest of that 70 cents. If it doesn't hold, then we're looking for closer to, yeah, which it kind of looks a bit suspicious there. But again, let's see where that candle closes, and then we'll go from there. Ready? If not, we're looking for closer to 66.65. Cool. So this is why we say it's important to not just buy a stock at a price because you're like, oh my goodness, but there's support at 70 cents. It doesn't matter, right? We don't care that there's support at 70 cents. What we need to see is consolidation. Is it proving to you that it's holding that level? It needs to earn your money, right? You don't just give it your money like, oh, I want to buy 70 cents now, right? So like I said earlier, we're now looking for kind of around this range here. If it can consolidate there, right? 66 to 65. Cool, 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 cool. Yep. Which one drop all of a sudden. Why would you buy it the next dip expecting it to continue? You just have to pay attention to the price action, Darren, right? You just have to trust the strategy and pay attention to the price action. Why? Because we've seen stocks go up 100%, right? You've been here to see that, right? And then 200%, and then 300%, and then 500%. You're like, wait, how come I thought it was done at a? So you can never really rely on like the percentage. It has to be based on what the chart's doing. What's the price action? Alrighty, and obviously MTC is still looking like it's dipping, so there are no signs of consolidation there, are there? Zero. Right, so you let it drop. Right, this is why we say if it's dropping, don't touch it. Right, don't go say, oh, but. No, don't touch it. Right, do not touch. Maybe we go back down to that 60 cents again. Right, consolidation, proof is important. Right, look at that. That's a pretty fat slap, isn't it? Pretty fat slap. There goes 62 cents. Right, it's really important that you wait for signs of consolidation. Look at that. Now we're back to 60 cents, guys. Right? So we have expectations of the levels we think it should hold at, but that's not the end of the story, right? Now you're looking for 60 cents because that was the last level we bounced at. Alrighty. And then same thing at the top. You can see it stalling, right? You can see the stalling, the T-Rex, right? Stalling, stalling, stalling. You take your gains or you move your stop loss up, right? You don't sit in there and let the monies go back down. So 60 cents, better than 70 cents, isn't it? If you're looking for a brand new position. And then call us, you should be happy you sold this thing now, right? Happy you sold? Because it basically came back to the same price you bought at. You would have lost all the monies. SP, yeah. You should have added the T-Rex. Yeah. I don't always add it because it's, kind of annoying to copy and paste it all the time. But again, by now everybody knows that's a T-Rex, right? When your candles are stalling, that's a T-Rex. So now let's see if we stay above 60 cents. um, yeah. How about explaining the wick and the body of the candle? What do you mean explaining the wick and the body of the candle? A live example, we just talked about that the last two times, right? We talked about it right there, right? When we were showing Darren, right there, right? When it's dipping, you do not touch. But once you start getting three or more candles, the more candles you get holding a specific level, the more reliable that level is, right? Not guaranteed to work, but it's safer, and you can put your stop loss right below so you minimize the losses, right? Same thing on the way up here. Look at that, right? When it's dipping like that, right? Dip, 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 dip. We don't care, right? It's starting to hold, right? Consolidate, consolidate, and then boom again, right? So that's what we mean by consolidation. So you can kind of see now it's trying to do that again, right? It's trying to do it. So that's what I mean. When the candles are dropping, don't care, right? Even if you know that there's support there, doesn't matter. Cool. Yeah. So there you go. And it's not that it's guaranteed to work. It just means you're safer at that spot and you have time to sit back and relax. Because I get this all the time, like, oh my goodness, Blaze, but I bought it on the way down. I didn't have the time to set the stop loss because you bought it at the wrong time, right? Instead of you to wait for it to like get slapped and lay down, you wanted to catch it while it was dropping, but the body was too heavy to catch, and then it took you down with it. Uh, yeah. Alrighty, again, there's a class on consolidation in Discord, guys, right? So we've done all of that. Uh, don't look the same as yours, Gonzalez, Alex. Um, Change the candles to high Kinashi candles. Start with that. What happened to Ruby? Ruby just couldn't do it, right? Yeah, change the candles to high Kinashi candles, Alex, and then let's start from there. So yeah, just too much resistance for Ruby, right? Too much resistance. So now it's dipping. Ruby stands for rubbish. Ah, damn, that's really funny. That's funny, Sticky. Ruby stands for rubbish. You got four straight candles. Four straight green. What do you mean? Daryl. Ah, unbelievable. Ah, both of you are going to jail. Both of you. Daryl and Sticky, straight to jail. 54%. Good job. Good job. Good job, Frozen. Good job. Good job. Good jobs. Time to spend the monies. You're gonna go spend the monies. Let's go, Blake. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Alrighty. We're gonna see where we're at in 15 minutes, and then we might just hop off and go back to Discord and continue there. That's funny. Just because they're built for like momentum, right? A Heikin Ashi candle is a momentum candle. So if I'm playing momentum stocks, I want to use the candle that is a momentum candle. Alrighty. Also, they eliminate some of the fake outs, right? Um, like sometimes on a regular candle, you will see that a candle closes above a level, but it really shouldn't be closing above that level because it's completely based on price, right? But with the Heikin candle, it eliminates those fake outs. So I like that, right? You can see the picture clearer, right? So for example, look at MTC, right? Let's look at MTC. Let me zoom out so we can look at this. So look at MTC. Do you see that? You see it, right? Take a mental picture. You see the mental picture? Now let me change those candles. Do you see how annoying that looks? Do you see that? How annoying that looks? Again, it looks a bit easier because of the algo on it too. Like, do you see how annoying that looks? Right? I think for someone that has experience in the market, this is the same. Nothing really changes for you, right? With experience, like that's fine, right? You can still kind of catch it and you can do whatever you need to do. But then like look at that. Right? That looks annoying. To me, that looks annoying. That looks fine if I'm looking at the S&P or Tesla or Microsoft, large caps. When I'm looking at momentum stocks, though, I kind of want to eliminate those fake outs, right? And then now look at the different picture. Look at that, right? Look at that. You ready? That's a bit easier, isn't it? Right? The consistency in the red and green candles, right? And just the way that it looks, right? Like the levels are clearer and whatnot. Hopefully, just that answers your question, right? Will be Discord Legend, correct? Correct. Yeah. So if you want to join us in Discord, click this link from Nightbot, thank you, Virus, and then sign up for the level that says Legend, or Legend Pro, or Gold VIP. One of those three levels. And then again, we're gonna hop off and we'll give it 15 minutes and then go from there. Cool. Again, MTC, you can see that support around 60, and it's trying to consolidate there, right? Trying to consolidate. Oh, Virus, what happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? Bitcoin is back above 104, guys. So that's nice. The S&P is going for that 680 again. So that's nice. Very nice, huh? Very nice. I wanted to buy some dips in a brand new account, Virus, but the account hasn't been open yet. So I missed the dips. Maybe other dips will come. Probably. Stress relieved? Virus, that's not true. That's not true. I've been tired. I've been struggling to I've been tired. Tired. Ah. Virus is likes problems, guys. Problems. And he knows it too. Just problems. Unbelievable. Ah. Since I found you and liked them, but wasn't sure of the purpose, yeah. Chloe, yeah, no, for sure. And if you want to go into all the details, so a hike in Nashi candle doesn't show you the open and the close necessarily. It's based on the momentum of the previous candle, right? So it's making its decision based on the previous candle. So again, that momentum comes into play. If you wanna see like all the details of a hike in Nashi candle, just quickly YouTube it, right? Hike in Nashi candle. It's gonna show you all the things you need to see. Ready? No, all I'm telling you, all the flying and all the smoke and late nights and the G force of the supercars, you know, yeah, that especially that says he needs frequent naps. Also, I've been doing a lot of like late one-on-ones, because I'm trying to catch up from last week, right? So yeah, like even yesterday, the watch list didn't go out till after after our close, because I was still doing one-on-ones after the market closed, and all the way till like, yeah, like 8 p.m. Eastern time. So need to catch up on all of that, and yeah, there you go. Anyways, okay, so we have a new member. You don't need a Discord link. You need to become a member. Okay, you don't get a Discord link to become a member. Anyways, for you, Bin Buddha, welcome to the community. Bin, welcome, welcome, welcome. This yellow link at the bottom of the chat from the Hotchits account, that's your Discord invite. So click that link and follow the steps in the Getting Started channel. Alrighty, click the link and follow the steps. If you're not a member, don't bother keep clicking on the link because it's not gonna work. Cool, cool. Do you guys see what's happening with MTC? Is that what we've been explaining the whole time, guys? Maybe, maybe. Is that what again, not a guarantee you're gonna make money, right? But what's happening here, guys? What's happening? What happening again, right? What's happening? It's trying to bounce off the consolidated level, right? So LNAI, yup. So most of you getting in at $1, at least you're green now. You is green. You is green. Good jobs. Good jobs. Yeah. Wow. At least I'm doing well on your spy longs. Good run. Yep. It's always good to have, like your momentum play position and then your long term play position. It's always a good thing. Peter says, all I care about is RUBI, guys. Not true. I care about MTC and SPY and SLDP. Unbelievable. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. Okay, everything's looking a bit suspicious now too. Maybe that volume is gonna rotate from MTC to this one. Maybe, maybe. Did they, Peter? Did they? They almost strangled you and stole your monies. Strangled. Strangled. Let me take a look at FGL because this one still has a lot of social media hype for some reason. Yeah, FGL. Actually, that level in the 40s has been good again today, right? Still needs to break above that 60 something. Squiddy, Squid. Welcome, Squid. This is your invite link at the bottom of the chat. So click that invite link and come join us in Discord. Squid. Alrighty. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on this. The good thing is that it hasn't fully died. Like if you look at the 30-minute chart on this, 30-minute chart doesn't look that bad, right? Like basically the same support. So if Peter woke up this morning and decided that he wanted to buy the dipskis, right? At the same bottom we had yesterday, like we had today, ooh, that would have been nice. Right? So as long as FGL stays above that bottom range, not horrible, huh? Not horrible at all. But again, that's a 30-minute chart, alrighty? And clearly you can see that we need to break to the upside. Is anybody still holding FGL? Anybody? Yeah, you are? Okay, Miguel. Okay. uh, Desmond, yes. Patricia, yeah. Okay. Yeah, hopefully it can do something good. Hopefully. MTC had a little pop there, but then failed and came all the way back down. I think said nope. We want to test the other bottom, the bottom of the bottom. Yeah, you are FGL. Okay. Yep. It does need to break out though, right? It's holding that bottom really nicely. So if you're in anywhere close to 40 cents, anywhere close to that, you're happy, right? You just have the high from yesterday. We're testing it now, right? This was kind of the high from yesterday. We're approaching that level, and if it can break above, then you're looking for above 60. Again, that's a 30-minute chart. So I'm gonna go back to the 1-minute chart here, and we shall see. Yes, of course, Andrew. What's your position in there, though? What's your position? TCMD. What's your position in this one? What's your question? What do you think? 18 cents entry swing, a swing play? Oof, I'm gonna have to take a look. Right, the volume shouldn't play a part in that though, but I'll take a look. Cozy, if you want to join us in Discord, the link is right there. So you have to become a member, then you get the link to join us. Alrighty, so click that link from Nightbot, sign up for the level that says Legend or Legend Pro or Gold VIP, and then you get the link to join us. And then we're gonna hop off in like 5 minutes. So not a super long stream today. We'll continue in Discord. Alrighty. See if some crazy things can show up for us today. Let's go. You're not in a position, so you're looking for a position then in this. Okay. So clearly this one is something. This thing looks. Oh, okay. I see why. I'm not sure for some reason. It's because I'm on the daily chart. That's why. Yeah. I don't like that it's gone from green to red today. So I definitely wouldn't be touching that thing right there. Alrighty. If I was interested in this position and I wanted to get in, it seems a bit counterintuitive, right? But I'd be looking for closer to 21 already. So closer to 21. If it breaks below 21, get rid of it because that thing could go down to 19 already. So closer to 21, or let it break above. Let it break above. Let it break above. Um, Again, a bit counterintuitive. I let it break above 24 already. So let it break above or let it drop closer to 21. Cool. And then we'll go from there. Can you please look at BQ position at 326? Perfect. Absolutely. You're welcome, Andrew. You're in at 326. I would slap you, Chris. I would slap you. But then this would be violence, Because you're not supposed to be doing that, right? You're only down 4 cents, so it's not that big of a problem, right? But I still want to slap you because you know better. You really do know better, right? You bought this thing somewhere here. You bought it somewhere there, right? What's the problem here? Right? You're even on that position. So I hope it works out. What's the problem with that position though? Somebody tell me in the chat. Somebody tell me in the chat. What's the problem with that entry? What's the problem? What happened to you? Yeah. 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 Chris, I mean, you know what's funny? Is I don't even need to ask anybody because Chris knows it. Chris knows it. Like, funny enough, he's the only one that answered the question. Right? Again, it's at resistance, yes. Like it's at resistance, yes. But it's the 200 EMA, right? So I would have rather you bought that position anywhere else, Chris, anywhere else, right? But then you're buying it right below the 200 EMA, and you know the 200 EMA is going to be resistance, right? So again, you're fine. You're at break even right now, but you've also been red, green, red, green, red, green, red, green, red, green. So stuff like that. I hope it works out, but then stuff like that is a bit dangerous already. You just need to stay above 320. So just stay above 320, you should be okay. So this little consolidation range right there, Chris. If you can stay above 320, hopefully we break above 230. If we can break above 230, then you're fine. uh, the picture of Peter, Andrew. No, I haven't shown the picture yet. If we show that picture, the FBI might come knocking, say, who are these aliens? Yeah. Alrighty, Chris. Sometimes we just want to eliminate the headaches. So hopefully we can get a breakout. You're at break even right now, so hopefully it pops. But sometimes again, when you're sitting right below the 200 EMA like that, dangerous things can happen. Aliens do exist. Why is my total account value? Why is my total account value higher than my buying power if I don't have any stocks bought? Did you trade it all today? So if you made gains, right, Cozy, if you made gains, your total account value goes higher, right? But your buying power is less because you used the money already to buy that and make money. Does that make sense? Right? This is like, you go to the pizza shop, right? And you eat a whole bunch of pizza. You're like, yum, 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 pizza, pepperoni pizza, a pineapple pizza, a cookie dough pizza. You eat all the pizza. And then you're like, wait, the pizza is gone, but how come how come I'm full, but the pizza is gone? You're full because you ate the pizza, right? Your count is higher because you made gains, but the money is gone. Tomorrow you will have more monies. Yeah, ready? SB says, here we go. You feel like pizza? Me too. Yeah. Then back to your check-in. Yeah. True, true, true. Does that make sense, Cozy? Also have margin. Be careful if you do. No, 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 no. Yeah, yeah. Today, MTC, you made monies then, Cozy? Good jobs. Good jobs. I like it. Hey, there you go, Chris. You up 1 penny. Up 1 penny. Let's go. Uh, Frank says, can you take a look at ASST? Is it a good reversal if it breaks 150? Let's take a look. ASST. Is it a good reversal if it breaks 150? It's already a good reversal at this price, right? Um, Again, for those of you asking for consolidation, right? What does consolidation look like, right? Well, when it's dropping, clearly it's not consolidating. Clearly it's not. Look at this. Does that look like consolidation, guys? Right? The more candles you get at the bottom, the more reliable it is, right? The more candles you get, that is consolidation. That's what we refer to as consolidation. That's what you're looking for. Again, this doesn't guarantee you're going to make money. This does not guarantee you're going to make money. December 21st, virus, right? But it just makes it so it's safer for you. If it breaks below, you get rid of it. Alrighty? And then ASST boomskis. So ASST does look good, Frank. Alrighty, it looks good. Resistance clearly one like 147 to 150, but probably 150. 2031. uh, funny, 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 funny. Anyways, yeah. Frank, are you in a position? How do you settle this? You don't do anything. Your money settles on its own the next day, Cozy. So the next day, your money says, "Oh, I'm back," right? So you use the money today, it goes, it works, it makes more money, and then it's tired, and then the next day it comes back. What the 200 EMA is on BQ? BQ 200 EMA. The 200 EMA on BQ is at same stock we just looked at. $3.30. $3.30. You're in a 130, Frank. Good job. Yeah. Yeah. Sticky, what's QH? What's the question? You're welcome, Chris. Yeah, you're just kind of playing at break even, right? Because that 200 EMA is a problem. And if it can get volume, that would be good, right? That would be good. So let me take a look at QH because I can see why you're asking for QH because it's on the scanners. Yeah, it's like it's popping and dipping and popping and dipping. Those candles look suspicious. Yeah. Clearing accounts. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, no, yeah, I think Peter answered your question, right? So yeah, it's again, it's especially when a name like Beyond Meat runs, you're gonna get a whole bunch of people that are brand new to the market, right? Brand new to the market, right? And those people are gonna have brand new questions. It's always like that, always, right? That's why we have older members to answer those questions, you know. And it's better to ask those questions than not ask and struggle, right? So absolutely. But I think your point though is that they should be putting in more work. Yes, right. Go to the education section and watch those videos because every single one of those questions has been answered, right? Yeah. No. Yeah. Exactly. I think that's your point. And again, that's the point we always keep making, right? Please, guys, please go to the new trader education. We've made a channel that's specific for new people, right? What do you need to know, right? Spend time in there. Spend the weekend in there, right? But every so often, I'm gonna hear like, oh, what do you think? Like which videos are more important? The videos are all important. They're all very important, right? And if you're looking for the most important videos, well, go find your biggest struggles and watch those videos, right? Like if you're struggling with pre-market, right, go watch the video that says how to play with pre-market stocks. If you're struggling with playing stocks with breaking news, go watch that video. If you're struggling with consolidation breakouts, there are a whole bunch of videos in there. Yeah, it's like, yeah, everybody's at a different phase, and we help each other out, and we go from there. Yeah. If you're struggling with stop losses, there's a video for stop losses. Yeah. No, for sure. And we're trying to do a class this weekend or Friday. Not sure if I want to do a Legend Pro class or just a general class. Yeah. So we'll see. We shall see. Alrighty. Pre-market, how it will behave in market time and the market goes, how it predicted after hours. Yes, I think that's the swing video, the swing class. Yeah, Ahmed. Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. Not sure what I want to do yet on Friday. Yeah. Alrighty, not sure yet what we're gonna talk about. If and depending on how you guys feel, like if I'm seeing that there are a whole bunch of newbie questions, we're always gonna just do a Q&A, so you guys can ask those questions. SB, the that video is the roasting is it's every day when these criminals show up on stream. Regan, that thing has been like just slacking, huh? Slacking. At least it's back above $1 though. I bet you one of these names, Regan, one of these names, at the end of the day, one of these names will decide to go boom skis. The question is which one, you know? And so Chris, did you sell that position? Did you sell this position, Chris? Did you sell it? If Chris says no, I'm gonna slap Chris, guys, because we already warned him. Chris, what did you do here? This is why we tell you got stopped out. Okay, okay, fine. This is why we tell you though, like, hey, the 200 EMA is a problem. You already know that, right? This level is a problem. So why buy the stock right there when your resistance is 4 cents higher, right? Don't do it. Do not do it. You're asking for trouble. Right, asking for trouble. Do not buy below the right below. You can buy lower, right? Because then if you bought this thing lower, you had room to get to the 200 EMA, right? When you buy right below like that, you're asking for trouble, right? Asking for the trouble again. Like I said earlier, like you're almost looking for a retest closer to closer to that last breakout, right? So BQ is going to be one of those names where we keep playing with it, probably, right? Like it's not done yet, probably, but still, like buying right there is asking for trouble. Is the paid version of TradingView worth it? Depends on what you need, Peter. Depends on what you need. I think it's worth it. I think you just get the cheapest one, like the cheapest one, right? There's a link in the description for a discount, by the way. Alrighty, so you can get that one. So if you're looking to get TradingView, yeah, get that one in the use the link. Yes, the cheapest version. The rest, no. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, for most people, the cheapest version is more than good enough. MTC, does it want to break out? About 63. definitely not above the top though, right? So yep, wait for Black Friday, right? So Black Friday is the end of this month, so you're gonna have some nice discounts, some very nice discounts, major sales. Yeah, I'm sure those sales are gonna start to come in the like the next 2 weeks or so. Before we even get to Black Friday, right? Yeah. When I think I said December 26th, but when does my trading view expire again? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Oh no, actually, December 2025. Okay, so I definitely have to renew it. December 9. Okay, so I'll definitely be getting a. Yeah, see, I was. So yeah, yeah, we renewed it a year last year probably. So we're gonna do another year. Oh yeah, that's true. You can start the trial and then you can upgrade it when it's on sale. Yeah, yeah, good idea. Yup, pizza. Yes, yes, pizza. I'll do the year membership with 120% discounted. Yeah. Yep, exactly. Then it's really not a problem. Really not a problem. Okay. uh, no, you know what I mean, right? So like let's say the membership goes because that's what it was last time, right? They did some ridiculous stuff, right? Someone paid like from $14 to $1, right? For a month, right? Like $1 a month. That's why I just said sounds good because it's basically free at that point. Yeah, that's why I said yes, sounds good. You're looking at your water. No, I do need to drink more water though. Legend Pro, no, there's no the hot trades memberships don't go on sale. Well, we're gonna do one more sale, but that's it though. I don't know. Yeah, that's such a scam. So then so we get to the hotel, right? I'm like, okay, I want to drink some water, right? So there's water in the dip in the thing, like when you get to the hotel, there's like water, there's drinks, there's snacks, there's all of that stuff, right? I'm like, okay, 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 this is nice, right? Let me go drink some water, right? Like, okay, I don't care about all the other stuff, right? I just want some water. And then Peter's like, you have to pay for the water. If you take the water, they charge it to the room. Why would they do that? Why? 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 You have to pay for it? Why? Why do you put the water there if you're making people pay for it? That just seems like such a scam. Yeah. What happens if you can't afford it? That's okay. That's okay. Then you just keep your membership, right? That's why I'm saying like it's not a big deal, you know. Yeah, it's not a big deal. I just want to get rid of it. That's all. So no more lifetime memberships, you know. Just want to get rid of it. So then people can stop asking for a lifetime membership. You can just say no more. Alrighty. So we're gonna do a sale, and then we're gonna people that have it keep it. People that don't have it, keep your membership, right? Then nothing really changes. Not a big deal. Yeah. So we'll do that like in a week or two or whenever Black Friday is, and then we'll shut it down. Now that's fine, SB. That's why they put it there. That's such a scam. Like a $20 bottle of water when you can get it at like CVS for $3. Really? When did it go from $3 to $20? Just walk. Just. Anyways. Anyways. MSPR bouncy bouncy. uh, yeah, convenience. No, for sure, for sure. But I think like that's way too much. Yep, exactly, Peter. Exactly. Exactly. SPY just had a nice pop there, which is good. SPYs are the highs of the day now. The highs of the day. Back to 680, guys. What happened to all the panicking? Oh my goodness, the market's crashing. Oh my gosh. Then I'm like, wait. What? Why is Twitter panicking? Like, why is there so much panic? Right? The market's up 15% for the year. 15%. The average is 10%, right? After we crashed 20 something percent, we're still up 15%, and everybody's panicking. Craziness, huh? Yeah, Ruby's just annoying at this point because people want drama and panic. You're not wrong, Josh. Really not wrong, right? People are ready for like, yeah. You guys realize SPY is still at 680, right? From 480 to 680. Yeah. Why do you need to see that, Shah? MTC is awake. MTC says, "Yeah, I'm awake. I'm awake." This thing has been such a beautiful scalp. We keep saying this like we're joking, right? This stock has been easy to scalp. By the way, Matt, you the picture you sent me, I want to slap you. Why? Because you got into late again, right? Few candles in, closer to the supply zone again, Matt. Don't make me find you, right? You know what to do. You're just not doing it, right? So go back and look at that screenshot. Cool. Entry, few candles late. Exit, right? So you got in and then you had the double top there, which you didn't sell at the double top, right? You let it sink. You could have traded that thing twice from the same level instead, right? So you need to do better with that, right? So you had like a double bottom twice, right? And then the stall, and then the dip, and then a brand new high, right? So could have done better than you did there, please. So you can go back and look at that screenshot and then do better. Go back and look and do better, please. Josh, how does it feel to be back home? How does it feel to be back home? Are you exhausted? Are you tired? Tired? In at 61, you see? There you go. There you go. Green again. Sounds good, Josh. Yeah. Yeah, Rachel was missing you. uh, na, 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 na. Ooh, look at this, guys. Look at this. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Nice pop. Look at that. There we go. Here back jamming. Welcome, Jam Rock. He wants to slap everyone. Ah. Hey, that place was busy, Josh. My goodness. Busy, busy. People all over the place. All over. That was a nice pop. A nice little pop. Okay. FGL is at the highs of the day. Trying to. Super slow still, though, but yeah, trying to. Miguel? Is it too late to get in, Dina? Uh, I'd be looking for closer to 60 to 55. 60 to 55 is what I'd be looking at. Scuba, 96. Good job. Like it. Well done. Yeah, stay green, though, right? Stay green. You order not filled. Where was the order at, Regan? Like your cell? Where was it at? Because it's still looking good. It's still pushing, right? So yeah. Right below the view app. Oh, you're wanting it to go all the way there. I see. Yeah. Hopefully it gets there. What's your entry, Regan? What did you get in at $1? Yeah, it's looking good though, right? Not sure if it has the volume to get there. Hopefully it does, but it's definitely looking better. You might actually want to move your stop loss up instead of the price target. Alrighty, so you're guaranteed to walk away with something. Have a good day, Daryl. I'm up $560 on scalps. Look at this, guys. Right, the market might not be amazing, but the scalps are there. You can still scalp. Right, money here, money there, money here. Right. Daryl made $560. How many people make that in a day at work? Not very many people, huh? Not very many people. So, Daryl, high five. Let's go. Cooking. You may hold overnight. I mean, it's only lunchtime, so thinking of overnight is a bit crazy. But let's see how well this thing performs. Alrighty, cool. You have so many hours before even thinking of overnight. Made decent money today. Not worried about your long term investment. Peace out. Let's go. Love it, UC. Love it. Have a wonderful rest of the day as well. Let me know if you have any last questions as well, guys, and we're gonna hop off soon. Dang, the markets are cooking today. Cooking. I like it. Cooking today, guys. Cooking today. Yeah, let me know if you have any last questions, and then we will hop off in 5 minutes. Cool. Yeah. So again, don't forget to smash a like, guys, if you haven't already. Please take a second, smash a like, hit that subscribe if you're new, and if you're not a member yet, click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbot and come join us. Alrighty, and then we'll continue on Discord. We shall continue in Discord. La, 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 la. Okay. Arya, I'll respond to your DM in a second. Your problem though is 1 second. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Right. 157 Scuba. Good job. What is the biggest jump of a stock that you see in one day? What is the biggest jump on a stock that you see in one day? A few thousand% for sure. Good job, Jason. Yeah. 4,000. Yeah. A few thousand%. Yeah. Almost 5,000. Yep. Yep. So some days are crazy in the markets. Some days are crazy in the markets. Okay. HKD, yeah. We've had some pretty impressive runs. Very impressive. Yeah, no, MTC looks good. Like if you were asking about entries, the entry would still be closer to 60 to 55. Alrighty. Closer to the bottom there rather than, Evan? Okay, sounds good. Have a good workout. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym later today too. Later today. Okay. Any last questions before we hop off, everybody? Abe, any last questions? Well, you got ignored. Scary. What happened? How long? Hey, long time no see. Can you check two stocks you're in? Well, that's probably why you got ignored, though, because the question wasn't specific enough. Scary. What's your position in SLDP? Help me out with the details. Alrighty. So, we said this so many times today. Like SLDP has been easy money because it goes down and it goes back up, right? But now you have resistance right around $8.85. So that's your double top. Alrighty. So you can see the double top. You can see the slab. Cool. Your next support is closer to 850 there. 650. Good job. Damn, that's nice. And what's your stop loss at right now? What's on your watch list for later today, Terry? Not a whole lot yet, right? So still the same names that we've looked at today, and then we'll see what the end of the day looks like. That Meha stock is just like it seems like a crackhead stock, doesn't it? Meha, MEHA. I think it's all over the place. Like it's halting every 2 seconds. This is a direct listing, I think. Yeah, direct listing. So we'll keep an eye on this. Alrighty, MEHA. So yeah, one of those direct listing stocks. Do I think Ruby's done? No, because it hasn't really broken down. It's just gone sideways. If we start creating lower highs, like if we go below 2780 here, though, like we might have a problem. Scary, good job though. Because I can't have Weibo because it's not in Croatia. Okay. Yeah. Kenny, why? Because we have the same name. No. A massive slap on CHR. Yeah, but again, like also that thing just looked like oof. They have to have done an offering, right? Oh yeah, of course they did. Yeah, there it is. Announced 15 million dollar direct offering. They did an offering. That's why did an offering. But again, at the same time, guys, was this thing a buy at any point here, right? This is why we tell you, like, hey, when a stock is below the 200 EMA, be very careful. This is why we just yelled at Chris, right? We just yelled at Chris for this, right? Below the 200 EMA, below the 200 EMA. Bad things happen below the 200 EMA, right? And then they destroyed it. Also, why we tell you to put a stop loss, right? Also, why we tell you to put a stop loss, right? Put a stop loss, put a stop loss, put a stop loss, blah, blah, blah. That thing is getting destroyed right now. Right? We tell you to put a stop loss for a reason. All day long, yell, 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 stop loss. Right, look at that. Now we're testing 10 pennies here. There you go. And no, it's a direct listing. So technically an IPO, yeah, but it's a direct listing. It's a different form. So again, stocks below the 200 EMA, guys, always a bit difficult, difficult to play with, and use stop losses. Yup. Again, it's not that you can't touch these stocks below the 200 EMA. It's just that when you're below that, just know that you're taking a gamble and at least have a stop loss. Kevin, it is. Do abyss. Do 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 do. Oh, the minion is like, damn, that's so low. It's going down. Look to the abyss. Straight to the bridge. Anyways, yeah. And honestly, again, we moved on from this thing a while ago, right? When we move on from watching a stock, it's usually a sign. Usually a sign. Hmm. Yeah, this one's still all over the place for now, so I'd be cautious with it. Alrighty. I like the way LNAI looks. Yeah, that $1 range was nice, wasn't it? Especially below. And it's again like look at this, right? This was also below the 200 EMA, right? So when you play with something like this, then you really have to make sure that stop loss is in there. Alrighty, because you can bounce for sure, but you can also go to the abyss. Avian, no, exactly. Beautiful. Alrighty, guys, we're gonna leave it here for the day, and we shall continue on the Discords. Alrighty. So don't forget to smash the like before you go. Hit that subscribe again if you're new. And if you want to join us in Discord, click that link at the bottom of the chat and join us. Alrighty. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Like I said for MTC, Tonio, look for closer to 60 to 55, right, with the stop loss. Alrighty, if it's consolidating. So closer to 60 to 55. Alrighty. 60 to 55 is that little buy range there with the stop loss. If it breaks below that, don't think you want it. Alrighty. So Donovan, you too. Alrighty. Again, have a wonderful rest of the day, everybody. Much love. And see you guys in Discord. Quality, see you in Discord. Hio, see you later. Tonya, you're welcome. Bye, Frozen, see you in Discord. Peace TV, Aussie, bye for now. Scuba, see you later. See you in Discord. Again, much love, everybody. And bye for now. Bye bye. War, thank you. Bye for now. Bye, Rush. See you. Brian, later. See you in Discord.